Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Amateur Sports for tonight's Toronto Raptors watch party as the Raptors get set to take on the Orlando Magic at home January 21st, right? January 21st for this one. And we're back. It's been a while since I've been up here. 3 full days without any content. I don't apologize for that because it was my own choice really to do that. Weekends I try to take off. No Raptors games was nice for the weekend. Got to chill. Not that I don't enjoy Raptors games, but it's just like, I also enjoy chilling on my nights. So I did that over the weekend. Yesterday, it's Monday. I work all day Monday. I very much do not like Raptors games on Monday because I work the entire day, like not 9 to 5, like 9 to 12 a.m. I work on Monday. So if I can avoid a 3-hour stoppage of work when the Raptors are playing on Mondays, that's great. We can do it today instead. And, of course, that is what we are doing here. Really happy to have y'all hanging out with me here today. Let me get back into it. What did I just do? Sorry, I clicked something. Hopefully, I don't know what I clicked. I hope it didn't mess with any settings. Anyways, been away for a bit from videos. Thursday, I just kind of got wrapped up, and then it got to a point where, I was, wrapped up with work, and I usually make, an excuse out of my way to do a video, but there wasn't really anything I, really wanted to do a video on, so I didn't really have the motivation to move things around to make that happen. So it hasn't been a video in a week now, so apologies for that, but there will be a video coming out tomorrow. There will be a video coming out on Friday as well. That's just been the situation for myself. Hey, trying to juggle things and keep a good balance from work and life. And I think I'm doing that recently, and things are going well. The channel's going well because of my gaps in content, we'll say, over the last couple weeks. We're still stuck just under 18K, so hopefully we can get there in the very near future. But thanks again, everybody, for joining me. Sumaya was here earlier and also could be watching now. So thank you so much for joining us, Sumaya, one of our 6-month members. Major shout-outs. We also have Thomas Perry, Nick Killer, Reggie Miller in the chat with the 12-month badge. Lovely to see the 1-year badge there. Thank you so much to our members for hanging out. Members, I have not forgotten about you. I apologize. The Raptors have had a lot of games on Fridays recently, and that's the days I'd like to do the member-specific streams. They don't have a game on Friday this week, but I am very much tied up this week with dinner plans. So it's my fiance's birthday this weekend, and we have dinner plans on a Friday. So forgive me there. I should be live early next week to give you some member-specific content. I haven't forgot about that stuff. I'm not trying to neglect it. I will get to it. But, again, part of the balance thing, I know I got to go out of my way to do that stuff. But just a reminder there. Also in chat today, we've got Winner One. We've got Sayup. We have Soul Train. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in on today. And hopefully we got some more people coming in a little bit later as well. As always, for these streams nowadays, you can watch them on Assist. I'll put the link in the chat, to watch live on Assist. And you also have the opportunity to shop the merch sales. We got another one in today. Excited to get that one out later this week. Get your merch sales in. You can get yourself shirts. You can get yourself hats. You can get yourself some stickers. If you get yourself a shirt or a hat, you'll get stickers for free. A little bit of a bonus for your purchase there. And not only do you get cool stuff in return, you are directly supporting amateur sports and the content that I do over here, and it'll be very much appreciated. Nobody else sees a dime from this stuff. It's just going to me and going towards the content. So it's not like there's some sponsor or some corporation under this. I made the stuff. I bought the stuff. I have the stuff. I'm shipping out the stuff directly from me to you, and that is the situation with the stuff. We're doing pretty well with the merch, and hopefully we can keep things going as well. I'll also put the assist link in the description in case anyone's here. Yeah, I've done a video since the Boucher one. I've been slacking, but it's just it kind of feels like that. You know what I mean? All right. Let's Where should I put this in the description? Oh, I still have in the description things about the channel getting hacked. Well, hopefully we don't have to worry about that anymore. So I will take that out of the description. Good thing I checked that. Oh, you know what? Because this was right. I took the same description from the last Orlando game. Anyways, you don't care. That's all fixed. You can watch an assist. The link is in the chat and in the description. All right, Raptors for this one. Chance to win a game today. Orlando are really struggling with injuries, as they have been for a while. They've been winning games despite that, and one of those wins included a blowout win over the Raptors last time these teams played. It was in Toronto, that game as well. Banchero is back for this one, but they struggled as of late. They're starting to showcase the fragilities of their injuries. The Raptors, on the other hand, have been playing really well recently. Last 3 games, they have 2 wins. They beat Golden State in a close one. They won by 14. They kind of blew out the Boston Celtics in the end. And then they lost to the Bucks in blowout fashion. But you kind of got to look at that game and think, okay, that was the 6th game in 9 days for the Raptors. It was away from home, tough scheduling game. Effort was really poor in that game. Maybe the energy levels were why. 3 full days off. Now there's no excuse here. They got to show up and they got to play hard. And I think they can do it. I think it'll be a tough game regardless. But Orlando on the spread for this one, -1.5. So Raptors right in the mix here. Pretty close to a pick'em. And again, I just hope it is a competitive game here. I just realized I haven't checked my NBA fantasy lineup today. I'm going to quickly do that. I was storming through the first half of the season. I have fallen off like crazy. All right, my lineup's already set. Man, my team's getting cooked lately. Not even a lot of games today. Anyways, only 5 games today. What's up in the chat, though? Let's see what people are saying here. Thomas Perry says it's going to be a fun game tonight. I can feel it. Yesterday was the most depressing day of the year, apparently. Tonight will be awesome. Yesterday. Sorry. Was yesterday the most depressing day of the year for world happenings reason? Or was it statistically January 20th is just the saddest day? Or maybe a little bit of both? Some crazy shit went down yesterday, that's for sure. Logical Raptors Fanatic says one of those first could be ours. The rumors are there's gonna be a big multiple team trade, and teams are set up different things like sub trades. Yeah, so we'll touch on this quickly. I also see some comments from earlier, which I'll go through as well. But a big trade just went down. Not a big trade, but an important trade just went down in the NBA. The Suns just sent out their 2031 unprotected first-round pick to the Utah Jazz, and in exchange are acquiring 3 not-so-great first-round picks, but it's putting the Suns in a bit of power to use picks right away and more picks right away to try and maneuver for a trade. So the Suns acquired the least favorable of the Cleveland and Minnesota pick for 2025. That could very well end up being the worst pick in the draft. That could first round. That could be the 30th overall pick. Then it is the least favorable of Cleveland, Minnesota, and Utah in 2027. I would suspect that's not going to be a great pick either. In the same category in 2029, where I don't really know. I mean, that's too far away, but essentially with 3 teams involved for the 27-29 pick, and Cleveland are good, will probably stay good. Minnesota, I'm not so sure, but they'll probably have Anthony Edwards still. This is probably not going to be 3 great first-round picks here, and they're giving out what could be a really good pick. I think will be a really good pick in 2031. So interesting pivot by the Jazz there. We'll look into Shams' tweets here a little bit further to get a bit more info here. Aggressive Mike Phoenix unlocks their franchise's next 6 drafts. Unlocks. I'm not really sure. Unlocks the franchise's next 6 draft. What does that mean? And most importantly, breaks up their lone tradable first in 2031 into 3 future firsts. They've tripled their first rounders. Yeah, but value-wise, it's similar, I suppose. But Utah, I could take a swing and bet on that pick later on. I'm not really sure what he means by unlocks the franchise's next 6 drafts. I don't really know what he meant by that. The Jazz are consolidating their first-round picks acquired in the Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell's trade. including the 2031 unprotected first. Utah has 11 first-round picks next 7 years. Yeah, so they could afford to take on the gamble on the better pick and give away 3 not-so-great picks. They've got 11 picks in the next 7 years anyway, so they could afford to make a move like that. I still don't really quite understand what unlocking the franchise's next 6 drafts means. Maybe somebody can relay why I'm dumb in the chat, but yeah, interesting here. Sape was saying, where's my snacks? I don't snack. Oh God, I was so freaking close to going out and buying an ice cream. I don't snack really. So at least not during the week. Although I had pizza last stream. I don't know. I try my best not to snack. I really don't snack often. Weekdays, I'm very good with my macros and staying at 2,000 calories a day. I was really close to buying ice cream. But what stopped me is I was like, no, don't get ice cream. If only if there was something that could give me like a boost and a snack that was 0 calories. I'm like, oh wait, I could just go grab a diet soda instead. So I got a 0 sugar Sprite. Probably 0 calories. Satisfies my craving for something a little bit sweet, and doesn't have 320 calories in it. So went with the Sprite instead. I did have my dinner pretty close to right before this, though. A nice chicken thigh burrito. Oh boy, barbecue chicken thigh burrito. That was fantastic. Wow, that was fantastic. Did I see the Suns? Yes, we did talk about that. Single trade. Okay. I guess I could talk about a video tomorrow, the trade rumors, because the Raptors want to get themselves involved in some 3-team trades. If the Suns are pushing to trade Bradley Beal, we could be a team that takes salary in some capacity. We shouldn't and won't take Bradley Beal in a trade, but we could be part of the 3-team trade for Jimmy Butler. There's different ways we can go about this here. Scotty Barnes versus Paolo Banchero, a good matchup to see. Yeah, it will be fun to see those two go head-to-head if they're guarding each other, especially. Statistically, that it's the most depressing day of the year yesterday. Well, I mean, it could end up being, for some, the most depressing day of the year in reality. That doesn't certainly... Yesterday did no favors to January 20th, I got to say. There's Beal to Bucks, Butler to Suns, Middleton, and a first to us. Miami gets 2 firsts. Bruce Brown, Boucher, and Dante DiVincenzo. There's too much there. Usually, when it's like too much going on, it doesn't happen. You know. Back when the Discord was to be honest, I was a bit more active in our Discord as well. We used to get a lot of these like screenshots of trades, and became a bit of a meme in one of my group chats with my friends, where it's like. It would be like 4 teams completely reshaping their rosters with one another. And it's just like, dude, that's obviously like it can go through, but that's obviously not going to happen. I'm not saying this is one of those instances, logical Raptors fanatic. I'm just saying, like a report of a 3-team trade usually means it's a 0-team trade. It doesn't happen. That could change this year because of the salary restrictions and third teams getting involved as a bit of a salary dumping ground. The Raptors could do that for this season, but they don't happen often. I've cut sugar out for the week and just having my first pop tonight. Well, is there sugar in this? I don't think there's sugar in this anyways. There's no sugar in diet soda, so just drink one of these and you still have no sugar. Oh, maybe you are and you cut out sugar. Good for you, man. I've been doing really well, just sticking to the macros as for like 5 days a week or so. I part of my work, my actual job, not my actual job, my day job, let's call it. Well, I don't know. You know what I mean? My main source of income job, let's call it. I had to do videos talking about this product that a company is building. And I did a bunch of them in the summer. And last week, they reached out to me with some additional piece of the script they wanted now that they finalized their product. And so I recorded some extra stuff to add on to the end of the videos or in the middle of videos. And I'm watching some of these videos from the summer. and I guess I'm gloating. I'm not as big as I was in the summer. Let's just say that. So that was rewarding, but hopefully I don't look that different. But it's like it's a little noticeable looking back on those videos, which is it's good to see the progress for sure. We have our mid-level exception, the trade exception. We can take down 10 mil before the first apron. Yeah, we definitely can get ourselves in somewhere and get some assets for sure. Marcus says Boucher's out, likely traded. I'm thinking possibly Oche be moved. They get a good first. I disagree. I don't think Oche will get moved. Bruce Brown, it's starting to become a daunting situation, if you will. Wow, it's gonna be hard to trade this guy. He's just played like shit, huh? He's just played like shit for the Raptors this year. Yeah, that's the difficulty. I'm not sure they can trade him, and buyout all of a sudden is coming into considerations. I'd be pretty shocked if the Milwaukee Bucks took that Bradley Beal contract. I guess like I guess like they've got the defense to make it look better. Like part of the problem with the Suns is they have no defense, right? Like, make no mistake, Bradley Beal is nowhere near what he used to be. Offensively, but especially defensively. Like, that team is a mess. There is a reason Bradley Beal has had his role reduced to coming off the bench. That should have been the role to start the season, but, like, you're so afraid to give a guy making so much money such a subdued role. But, no, that is exactly... That is a major problem going on with this team right now. I guess the Bucks can hide that a little bit better, but Bradley Beal on a no-trade clause making like $50 million a season, I do not see any reason why any team should want to have that guy involved with their group. Look, maybe the Bucks, the Suns were fucking stupid enough to trade for Bradley Beal, so maybe another team will be as well. But if I'm the Bucks, that is not the guy. Like, if I'm the Bucks, I've got Giannis and Dame, okay? They will win me basketball games. All I have to do, not that it's easy, but all I have to do is give them space by getting shooters and defense. If that team gets stops and is tough to score on in the playoffs, Dame and Giannis will win them games and could take them pretty far in the playoffs. Bradley Beal accomplishes neither of the things that they need. So, maybe they go for Beal. I don't really see it. Ray Floyd says Scotty better than Paolo. I think if you put them both on a good team, I do feel like Barnes could. I do feel like I would probably go with Barnes there, but that is that's a really good conversation. I would go Scotty, but Paolo is fantastic as well. And I think over the course of the rest of the season, Paolo could prove to be the better player. I'm just not quite there yet. But, man, Paolo Banchero is really good at basketball. Scotty Barnes really good at basketball. The problem right now with Scotty is that the Raptors have done a fantastic job of making Scotty's life hell on the court. They are just continuing to make life difficult for their best player. They do everything they can to ensure they have no space to play and have to take on a way bigger defensive role than necessary. They did it with Siakam. They just kept on giving him no floor spacing, and he still scored like 24 points per game. And they're doing the same thing with Scotty Barnes right now. Like, give these guys space. Give your star players space. Get shooters. Get shooters to your team. Please. Please. Those artificial sweeteners are worse than sugar if you look at the health risks they pose. If you look at the health risks they pose, actually, there is no real health risk. I could drink one of these every day. I'd probably be fine. I don't. I probably have like 3 to 4 week, maybe not even. Yeah, I think everything is horrible for you. If you have anything, it'll give you something. So, listen, sugar's bad for you. These probably aren't really good for you either. But I will happily drink this to curb my craving for dessert for 0 calories, and I've it's been successful the last 6 months doing this. So I'm gonna keep pursuing. But yeah, as far as I've seen, no credible evidence suggests that aspartame does any harm. Even if I had it once a day, no evidence suggests it would do any harm there. I'm enjoying my soda. Or my pop. I used to say pop. Never said soda. Now pop feels wrong. Like it just sounds like children drink pop. You know what I mean? Something funny about that word for me. Nothing good is good for us besides cottage cheese and eggs. Well, actually, you could eggs have a lot of cholesterol. So those are also bad for you, you know? Cottage cheese, though, superfood. Eggs, also really good for you, by the way. Eat your eggs. I eat 2 eggs. I have 2 extra large eggs. Actually, at least in the GTA, there was a recall on a bunch of eggs for salmonella. Check your eggs. I mean, it's not bad to check. There was a recall on eggs recently. Mine were not affected, but yours might be. I would just maybe take a quick Google search on that, because in the GTA, there were some recall on eggs. Anyways, not mine. But 2 extra large eggs and a half cup of egg whites, along with other stuff, every single morning. I love eggs. I could eat eggs every single meal of the day. Eggs, really good. Not quite a superfood, though, because they do have fat in them, so it's like kind of tough to get 2 meals with eggs in a day. But yeah, eat your eggs, man. Like I said, if you could you could dig into anything and say, well, this might give you this might give you that. Enjoy your food. You know, you can be healthy and enjoy your food as well. Cottage cheese, though, superfood. I have so much. I eat so much cottage cheese. I need a sauce for a sandwich. I can use cottage cheese every morning with those eggs. I have cottage cheese on toast. 2 slices of toast. 1/4 cup of cottage cheese, spread evenly on each, so 1/8 cup on each slice of toast. Some Frank's Red Hot, some purple red onions. The eggs go down, and yeah. Oh, before that, a slice of deli meat on each of them. Could be turkey, very low fat. Could be ham, also very low fat. Pastrami, surprisingly, very low fat. As is roast beef, very low fat. That's what I have for breakfast all the time. Yeah, not water bad. Well, I mean, you could say water from the tap. Have you seen how gross taps look? Disgusting. Water from plastic water bottles. Oh, the microplastics in the water. Yeah, you're going to look into anything and find something that's bad for you about it. Nothing is good for you. Don't eat anything for the rest of your life. Water, very good for you, though. EPA free, yeah. Again, everything can be bad for you. That's what I'm saying. Should Boucher stay? If somebody wants him, you can get something out of him. To see him, man. He's been playing well recently. And he's still struggling to get minutes, a lot of minutes. Clearly, he's not really valued here, and somebody else could value him. Cash in on a trade for sure. Scar United don't do well against big teams that play defense. They just plug the paint to defend the Raptors to make their offense stagnant. Yeah, so the Magic do have a good defense. They don't have great rim protection in, and lately they have not been a good defense. Since this is crazy. This is a crazy statement to say. The fact, if you told me I was saying this statement 3 years ago, I'd think I think you're crazy. Ever since Goga Bitadze went out with an injury, their defense has fallen off a cliff. Goga's been massive for this team defensively as that defensive anchor. He isn't playing, and that is going to lead to a pretty positive matchup, I think, for RJ Barrett and Scotty Barnes. RJ Barrett at home as well. I think Barrett has a big game today. Barnes is like one of the most difficult NBA players to predict, but I think that I think that Barrett's in for a good night tonight. BPA lines the inside of aluminum cans, especially can beer. Yeah, see, nothing. Well, alcohol probably is alcohol actually isn't good for you, but I do have. I will be having some this weekend, as I do most weekends. But anyways, yeah, nothing's good for you. Don't eat anything, drink anything. Just don't do anything. The air, bad for you. You know, maybe oxygen is incredibly harmful to humans. However, it only takes it takes 80 years on average for that to kick in. Maybe oxygen is deadly, but we don't feel the effects for an average of 80 years. No, probably not, but there's probably something in the air that ain't good for you. Nothing's good for you. Some stuff is less bad for you, such as zero sugar Sprite. RJ will get 20 plus. Sky will get 15 to 20. That would be my guess, Terrence. That's what I'm feeling today. Although that's like the consensus. In fact, Barnes probably, it's a wide range. It probably could be higher. But yeah, Barnes' line was 21.5 earlier. I think he'd have a good game here today. Yeah, I will continue to monitor the Shams notifications. I mean, I always have the notifications on anyways. But yeah, the trade could happen. Look, the Suns get some more assets to move right now. The Jazz get probably a pick that will be more valuable than those other three picks combined. So I see why the Jazz did it. I see why the Suns did it. Pretty solid trade both sides. Raptors, by the way, if you haven't seen, starting five today. David Mitchell. Well, actually, it's listed in a different order today. Scotty Barnes is listed as the point guard today. David Mitchell at the 2. Grady Dick, then RJ Barrett on the wings with Jakob Poeltl at the 5. So the last few games, Mitchell has been starting but been listed as the point guard. In this one, Barnes is actually listed as the point guard. So we'll see who's commanding the ball handling reps. I mean, it's usually not David Mitchell anyways. Interestingly about the lineup today, though, Boucher not available. He's out with an illness, according to Blake Murphy here. Mobo is inactive because of a coach's decision. I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling to understand why. That's good. I'm really struggling to understand why Mobo is not getting the minutes over Olynyk. I do agree. 9-5 have an 11 a.m. home game tomorrow, so maybe they're saving him for that. But like maybe just keep him and play him for the Raptors and not the 905 because we need a player like him right now. That's what I would do. I'm hearing Boucher to the Spurs for Trey Jones and Chicago Bulls second-round pick 2025. Now, that'd be pretty good. It was Jake Fisher and Mark Stein reporting it. Now, that'd be pretty good. Why would San Antonio do that, though? Like, they don't. I mean, I personally think their power forward is fine. I guess a backup, but I don't mind Trey Jones. I don't think that. I guess that's salary. I wouldn't mind testing out Trey Jones. Second round pick would be okay from the Bulls, I guess. Okay, here is some extra stuff we've just gotten. According to a source, so this is what was referenced earlier. This is from Ira Winderman. 37 seasons with the Miami Heat. That probably gives him some credibility. I don't know who it is, but maybe you do. According to a source familiar with the Heat's plans, this is one of the steps towards a Jimmy Butler trade. Picks plus likely a pair of players then would come to the Heat for Jimmy in what will be at least a 4-team deal and quite possibly more than that. From here, when it comes to Butler, whose intended landing spot remains Phoenix, keep an eye on the Bucks and possibly the Raptors. So we'll probably just be some salary dumping in there, and we'll take on some draft assets if we're involved in that. Which, don't worry about Raptors. Listen, Raptors aren't trading for Jimmy. Don't worry about that. Jimmy Butler will end up, if his desire is to end up in Phoenix, Milwaukee get involved in some capacity, and the Raptors take on salary, not Jimmy Butler's salary, but salary and draft assets in the trade. That is what is being suggested here. Good backup. I guess, yeah. Whatever. Literally, if Wemby is off the floor, Boucher is on the floor type thing. I guess they could go with something like that. But, I mean, why would the Spurs be a buying team right now when Boucher is on an expiring contract? That doesn't really make sense to me. But, hey, I wouldn't mind it. Is that Suns trade with Utah? I don't know. Should we look at a tweet that specifically mentions it? I have a hunch that a source close to the Heat who's been working with the Heat for 37 years might suggest something like that. Can we see the Heat moving away from Duncan Robinson's contract in the deal? Probably not, because there's already a lot, I guess. Well, I guess they have to give away a lot to get the Beal contract. It's possible. I guess it's possible. Suns are going to get Jimmy Butler. I don't know about definitely. I'm still struggling to understand why the Bucks would want Bradley Beal, but hey, apparently they do. Well, maybe they do. But this does look like the first step of the Suns making a trade. If the Suns are making a trade, I'd say that's likely Jimmy Butler related. Yes. Messiah wants any salary that'll match and just satisfy, and picks. The Raptors want picks in return as reward for taking on salary in the trade. That's what my suggestion would be. That's what my understanding of this would be. This sounds like the video topic for tomorrow's video now. All right, let's find this game, huh? They have to. Yeah, I know Bradley Beal's got a no trade clause. So, yeah, of course, Beal's got to agree to go to Milwaukee. But if Milwaukee are going to give him a starting spot, and the Suns clearly are not, maybe he will go there. Look, playing with Giannis and Dame sounds pretty cool to me. Don't know about y'all. Although living in Milwaukee doesn't sound super cool to me. Living in Phoenix, I don't know. I haven't been to either, so who am I to say, really? Yeah, Beal's only going to a contender for sure. Beal, don't worry. Beal or Butler not ending up with the Raptors. That ain't happening. Neither of them want that. None of them are going to do that. Nobody's going to do that. Raptors wouldn't do that either. Nobody wants that to happen. Milwaukee actually isn't bad. Visited a few times for Raptors games. Well, I'm gonna probably say I'm never gonna go, but it's good. But hey, props to the people of Milwaukee. And Michael, I very much trust you. I trust absolutely with this information. So I'm sure it's lovely. I'm probably never gonna go. Unless I don't know. I'm probably never gonna go. Courtside for $60 during. Oh, sorry, you said $60. I'm like, what do you mean? You said bucks in the same sentence or sentence after. We're talking about the Milwaukee Bucks. I got courtside seats for $60. Is what I think is meant to be said here. You see the confusion, right? During the Lowry DeRozan days. That is great. Did they win? I hope they won for you. All right, I got to do the door shot. Oh, there's the basketball. Stuck under my bag. It's a bit flat. We'll pop it back open. What did Dame have to say when he got to Milwaukee? All right, door shot. What am I at? It's not good. 12 of 35. Not good. All right, let's get a make today. Door's open because my dog is here alone with me. My dog is actually right beside me on the floor. I moved her bed in here, and she really likes it. So probably keep it in here for a little bit. All right, let's do this. I got to make one. Come on. Light up there that needs to be on. I swear. One sec. All right. Going for the lob. Not going for the bank today. Nope. Got a little sticky in my hands and just wouldn't come out properly there. Every time I go to the dollar store, I try to find a new ball that's not deflated, but I have been unsuccessful in my attempts. And yeah, that was just did not come out of the hand well at all. Wow. I think that's 2 in a row that are like that, like really, really bad. Back down to 33%. I think I'm getting worse. A new set. I mean, I just got to make them. It's fine. I got to learn. I could close. Listen, the parameters are what they are. It's not about making it ideal for me. It's about succeeding under the parameters. And I'm not doing it right now. And I got to start doing it. Yeah. Well, let's forget about that. Let's move on to the game at hand. The Raptors on tonight, playing against the Orlando Magic. Here we go. It's a podcast of former players, and they talk about why older players don't want to play for Heat under Pat Riley. I don't know, boss. The Heat always seem to attract good players. I mean, I guess they haven't got a marquee free agent in a while, but the Heat have a long history of being an attractive destination for a multitude of players, so I'm not sure about that one. But the game has begun here at the Scotiabank Arena. Raptors rocking the purple, which looks so great. Oh, it's not the purple. Sorry, it's the black, which also looks good. The black with the Vince Carter logo. Purple court for today. I like this purple court. I don't love the brown color at midcourt on this, though. It's a little bit... I say it looks like a high school gym from the 80s type color. If that was a little brighter, quite a bit brighter, I'd say, then that would be much, much better for me. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the first bucket of the game here. I will get the scoreboard adjusted for y'all as well. What are we talking about? What, Terrence, what are you talking about? Go to practice, go home, watch boxing, play video games. Man, I type in fight hype on YouTube 100 times and be praying for something new to be on there. What are we talking? What? I don't know. That looks like a copy pasta or something. All right, let's dial into the game here. You know what I didn't do tech today? I didn't aim for the inside of the mesh like you told me to. I forgot. Maybe that would have been the solution. Next time, I will do that, if I remember. Oh, it's Dame talking about his time in Milwaukee. Okay. 6-0 Orlando. Not a great start, guys. Not really moving the ball well on offense. Orlando just doing their thing on the other end of the floor. So Dame said this. Dame goes to practice, goes home, watches boxing, plays video games, and types in fight hype on YouTube 100 times, be praying for something new to be on there. And it said doesn't have much of a life. It's tough moving to a new place, I suppose. You know, I do take it for granted sometimes. I'm very consistently filled up with stuff on the calendar. I've got a lot of friends in Toronto with me. I mean, I'm not that old. Well, I am kind of old, but I guess I'm not that old in the grand scheme of things. So, all my friends are still local. My friends don't have kids. Nobody's moved out of town. So I see my friends all the time. You know, if I wanted to go to a bar right now, I could probably get a friend to join me or something. So yeah, maybe I take it for granted sometimes that I have a lot of friends locally. And in fact, I added a friend recently because one of my former university roommates just moved to Toronto from Ottawa. So instead of friends moving away from Toronto, I have one moving to Toronto. So yeah, it's been good. It's good. But yeah, if I moved away for work, then yeah, that would be tough. That'd be real tough. Especially if you can't drink. Because you could just, like... Because if you just sat at a bar for, like, a couple hours once or twice a week, you'd probably make some friends there. Yeah? But if you're playing basketball, you can't go do that. Kids keep you busy, swimming lessons, skating lessons, a million other activities. Yeah. Keep you busy. That's what you got to do. I've got quite a few hobbies. I mean, listen, I struggle for time sometimes. I have a job. I do YouTube. I'm not one to, like, once a month maybe. I'll be sitting on the couch going, damn, I really don't have anything to do for the next like 3 hours. It'll be like 3 p.m. on a Saturday. I got plans at 6, and it'll be 3 p.m. and I'll be like, holy. I literally have nothing to do. There's no sports on. I have nothing planned. I have no work to do. This is strange. A lot of slothfulness for the Raptors right now. We'll want to have cleaned up. Turnover by Scotty earlier. They're showing the Grady Dick turnover here. Let's cool off a little bit. Milwaukee only an hour and a bit drive from Chicago, where they can live it up. Yeah, like if you're in the GTA but not in Toronto, and you're like an hour from Toronto, you'd probably still go to Toronto a lot to get some enjoyment. Like for me, I mean, I live here. If I want to go out, I can just literally walk there and walk home, which is really nice. But yeah, I guess I can see not living in a city. Yeah, like when I was in high school, I was at home. I played a lot of video games. That's what kept. And I played soccer. I played very competitive soccer. I played like as many high school sports as I could. I played a lot of video games. So yeah, I guess I didn't really do much in high school. But like you go to university, you live with your friends. I'm in Toronto now. I have multiple friends 10-minute walk away. There's bars everywhere. Yeah, I guess if I lived in a not big city, it would be kind of tough to fill up the calendar. I live in London, Ontario, best of both worlds, kind of close to Toronto and close to the USA as well. Used to live in Hamilton, so missed that. I don't know how you miss Hamilton. I personally am not a fan of Hamilton, as I've expressed before. 8-0 Orlando. Another turnover. Oh, nearly another turnover by the Raptors. Not going so well here. Orlando's lost 3 in a row. We have nothing to play for. This is a scheduled loss. Orlando have gotten blown out the last 3 games. This is definitely winnable. And the way the Raptors played against Golden State and Boston, you're telling me they don't want to win? That's kind of crazy. 8-0 Orlando. 9:23 to go in the first. Anthony Black on Grady Dick here. Hopefully we get a famous jersey swap after the game once again. De Silva slides his way to the rim and makes it a 10-0 game. Raptors down by 10 in the first. Barnes for 3 to end the rut, and he connects from the corner. 7-point game. A lot of time to go here. Raptors on 3 days rest as well. There's no excuse to not play well tonight. Spread for this game is 1.5, by the way. A close spread. We needed the Jalen Suggs and Grady Dick jersey swap. Well, Jalen Suggs is inactive, so unfortunately we won't get that today. Banchero for 3 at the buzzer, and he nails it. You can see the frustration on Scotty Barnes. 13-3 for Orlando. Barnes going at Banchero in the corner now to Davion Mitchell for 3. This one doesn't go. Doesn't save them here. Now the Magic moving again. I mean, at what point do you have to call a second timeout early? Raptors can't get a shot. I mean, Orlando's just going to sit in the paint and say, if you're not going to make your shots, sorry, boss, you're not going to score. Banchero out to KCP. Better defense. Oh, that draws the foul. And they count it and won. Woo, 15-3 Orlando, baby. If you're enjoying the stream so far, please make sure you guys have hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe as well. We're 14 subs away from 18K. Every time we start a stream, we're back down to where we started the previous stream. So last time we were at like 9 away. Now we're now we're 14. We'll get there again. The Suns trade result is that now they can trade their 2026 Suns first and 2028 Suns first, plus a 29th, 30th pick in this draft. The Suns, they can't trade their own picks, I don't believe. Pirtle, long 2. It's like self-creation there for Pirtle. Not good, man. 16-5. Anthony Black has it. Now Banchero. KCP. Pirtle mismatch. Pirtle got the hand up on the 3, but KCP still knocks it down. 19-5 Orlando. I live in a tiny-ass town in the country. Disc golf, ball, MTG. I don't know MTG is. Cards, whiskey club, hiking, snowshoeing, fishing. Yard work cigars, always some enjoy. Yeah, that's the way to do it, man. Get some hobbies in. I play a lot of darts. I don't go out and play, but I play in an online league 3 times a week, like a webcam league. In some free time, I like to chuck them and just practice and get better. Internet poker, I guess if you're good and not wagering money you can't afford to lose, perhaps you can play for free. That's also fun. Mowing the lawn. I don't have a lawn to mow, but take your word for it. Tell ya, smoking a cigar, mowing the lawn, or man, drinking a beer while mowing the lawn. That sounds like fun. That sounds kind of nice. It doesn't sound super nice to mow the lawn, but I think finishing and being satisfied with your work and then enjoying a beer and perhaps a cigar, that might be nice. Mitchell to the rim. Wow, Burns smokes the layup, rather. Speaking of smoking, smokes the layup. 19-6 Orlando. Banchero step back 3 over Pirtle. Nah, you got to call a timeout. You got to call a timeout again. It's 22-6. You have to, at this point, call a timeout again. Nope. Going to let him play. Let the boys play, Darko. How many other games does he go fucking crazy with his freaking timeouts, but not here? Brown finishes inside. And Gregory, not just re-upping the membership, but moving into the MVP tier. Thank you so much, Gregory. I don't know what I've done for all this support, but Gregory, I appreciate it. All the support over the last few months and a year being a member. That's very much appreciated. Shout outs to Gregory in the chat, everybody. Do I bet on basketball? Yes. I also host a basketball betting show every weekday morning at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. YouTube.com/@theboardhq. Go check out the channel. Every weekday morning, 9:45 a.m. Eastern. Bend over on David Mitchell is why I'm here. Well, he smoked a layup. Not great. He's tough because, yeah, he's playing like 30 minutes, but his line is 6.5. It's kind of strange, but it doesn't score much. Oh, PRA you have. I don't know, man. I started the season. I bet a lot of Davian unders, but tough at this point of the season. Mowing is for music, podcasts, and time to contemplate things after always a nice sit down. My lawn takes 3 to 4 hours. Wow. That's a big lawn. But you know what? If you have kids, maybe mowing the lawn, you throw on the dome, the headphones, and you're in your own world for a couple hours. Maybe that's what you need sometimes. What happened with the door shot? Wow. Well, it wasn't good. I'm a little embarrassed, but yeah. Raptors look cooked. They do look cooked. I did see the rumors about giving Boucher an extension if he doesn't get traded, but I think they're going to trade him. That'd be my guess. 25-9 for Orlando. 5:32 to go in the first. It's just been a disaster from the start. Turnovers in the first. Few possessions. Orlando hitting their shots. Anthony Black spinning off Jamal Shed. 27-9. It's not even the... Actually, you know what? I felt a bit of the yips on that shot. I felt like I didn't want to shoot it on that one. But usually that's not the case. Brown misses the layup. Pirtle catches the rebound and puts it back. But a technical foul call against Bruce Brown. Nice one, Bruce, man. Nice, man. We're down by fucking 20 points in the first quarter. We finally score. Nice, man. Getting a tech. What did he do here? We scored! He wanted a foul call. He must have said something because he wasn't very animated by the call. He must have said something. That one I was just like, man, like what do I need to do to make this shot? The mental game is a big part of it. Mental game is the biggest part of your game. You got to be able to produce mentally before you can produce in actuality in whatever sport it is, anytime. Especially in darts, man. I've worked really hard on my mentality lately. This Queen, the fake Suggs, man, he just walked past Grady Dick. He just walked past him. Not even much of a move there. 30-11. They're shooting 80%, and we're letting them. We're letting them. Shed. Pump fake on Isaac and turns the ball over, trying to pass out to Walter. Awesome, dude. Awesome stuff, man. God, I'm going in 10 days. In 10 days, I'm going to see this team. I gotta watch. I gotta. I'm sure I'll have a good time. I'll be with my fiance. You know, I'll be in the Raptors gear. I'll crush a popcorn. I'll crush a $20 beer. But yeah, this is tough. Get some dinner before. I'll have a good time. I would be a good bowler. I go bowling like once a year. Oh my God, Anthony Blackford. You got to call a timeout now. Long two, but it is 32-11. Well, good thing you guys are entertaining me because this game sucks. I feel like I'd be a good bowler. I go bowling once a year. I'm not a disaster out there. Like in a group of casual people, I can be pretty competitive to like win. But like I'm not cracking probably like 150. I think I'm getting like, if I have a really good round of bowling, maybe I get like 160. That's like, again, bowling once a year. If that, I can crack 100. So I'm not good at bowling, is what I'm saying. I beat all y'all in darts, though. I'm decent at that. They open three, look so easily. Yep, so does every team. Military Man says, this team is garbage. Scotty can't do anything. IQ always injured. RJ has one move. Yeah, RJ is a bit one-dimensional. I won't deny that. IQ is always injured. Not his fault. Not that you were blaming him. Barnes, with no help, yeah, he's not this incredible shot creator. So to have no help getting space, it's a problem for sure. Check the game stats as a joke. What do you mean as a joke? We could just look for reals, no? Sure. No, this is what we want. All right. 32-11. Orlando. 80% from the field. 12 of 15. Raptors. 40% from the field. 4 of 10. Getting dominated in the possession battle. Getting dominated in the efficiency. This team is going to slaughter us. I mean, for it to be over in the first quarter, that sucks, man. And again, people have paid to be here tonight. Go to Leafs games, folks. Why you buying tickets for this? I don't buy Raptors tickets. I bought Leafs tickets last week. I had a great time. They won in overtime. I got gifted Raptors tickets for 10 days' time, which, look, I will enjoy, like I said. But buying, wow. Stop W, can't recover. So this is the thing. Like, last game against the Bucks, they stopped doubling too much. Like, they gave Giannis single coverage all night. But like a game like today, all of a sudden, no, we got to send our doubles today. If you're doubling hard, you got to rotate really well, and it's very obvious this team can't. Banchero is better than Scotty offensively. That's for sure. I'm not going to dispute that. Oh man, this is a Bucks team that's missing. A Magic team that's missing so many guys. Isaac almost dunked over Olynyk. Did enough to get the stop there. Boucher on the floor with Shed, Walter, Brown, and Olynyk. As Boucher, nice move to the rim. What is this lineup, dude? A 5-man bench unit. I mean, I guess the starters haven't played well, but wow, Bruce Brown with a steal, top of the key, dips it off to Chris Boucher, who lays it in. A couple quick buckets for the Raptors. Too bad they're still down by 17. Queen for three, other side. No contest, just they walked up, they gave it to Queen, and he shot it. Olynyk watched it. He didn't even put a hand up. He just watched it. Boucher came over, gave him shit. Yeah. Taco Fall and Bull start with Giannis or LeBron. Those guys aren't very good. There's a reason they're not in the league. Shed to Walter in the corner. Brown, he's feeling himself. Wow. Bruce Brown, solo effort tonight. Gonna keep us in the game. We can cheer for rookie. See, I cheer for nobody but my own. Corner three for Isaac, off the mark. Rebound, Boucher. Kelly Olynyk, by the way, getting meaningful minutes in every single game. Watch him hit a three now. And that's why, because he hits threes like that. But no, Kelly Olynyk getting meaningful minutes every game, looking absolutely cooked on defense. Jonathan Mobo, inactive coach's decision today. Three ball for Queen, no good. Rebound to, I think it's Houston. Now Black with it. Nugget scouts in the building. I mean, Boucher's playing, so at least they get to see that. Alan Vlog says, do you think Raptors is a farm team? No, not farm team. We're not like some other team's feeder team where we keep making trades with them, but we play like one. Isaac, straightaway three. They're getting a three every possession. They are getting up an open three. They did this last time we played them. They're doing it again. How have we not solved it from last game when we got wrecked by this team? Way too aggressive on rotations and doubling. If you're going to be aggressive on the initial, ball, to give ball pressure, you got to rotate aggressively to get out to shooters too. They are working it around the perimeter. They are getting looks at will. Who should the Raptors trade? Boucher and Brown. Shea's become number one in Kia MVP ladder. Go Canada. That'd be nice. A Canadian MVP again would be nice. Jonathan Isaac checking out for the Magic. We know he has quite the history of injuries. Well, Linux, okay. Offense today is fine, I guess. I mean, 7+7, but in general, my guy's cooked on defense. Very cooked. Banchero. Stolen by Shed. But then stolen back by Banchero. And Barnes ran the floor, so now it's a wide open look for Wendell Carter for three. He cannot cash in. Boucher somehow lets go of the rebound, and it's out to Corey Joe. Former Raptor and Canadian. And former NBA champ with the Spurs, Corey Joe. Shot clock at 2. And Shed with the foul. Are you fucking kidding me, man? 1 fucking second on the shot clock. And he's literally not even going to get a shot up, let alone make it. He's not even going to get one up, and he fouls and resets the shot clock to 14. Now the Raptors, at best, or at worst, get the ball back with 3 seconds. Come on, man. You got to be smarter than that. Got to be way more disciplined than that. Banchero, long two. Doesn't go. Wendell Carter on the rebound, and a foul. Come on, man. Kelly's value is more next year, possibly because of the expiring contract. Yeah. All right. Thank God this first quarter is almost over. Wendell Carter at the line makes the first one. 36-21 for the Magic. Second one coming up here. Well, it's unfair to label it the Kelly trade when Abaji was the piece that's more important there. Wow, what a bucket right at the end of the quarter. Barnes laces a pass cross court to Bruce Brown, who connects from the corner. 10-point quarter for Bruce Brown. At least in some way has kept this one possible. 13-point game after one. It's been horrible other than Bruce Brown today. And, a lot of games it's the opposite. It's good, and then Bruce Brown's horrible. But, hey, here we are tonight. Going to get a quick bathroom break in. Then we got second quarter. We'll see if the Raptors can recover. If you're enjoying the stream, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It helps on the road to 18K. I'll be right back. I just don't really want to see Boucher be gone. I mean, he might leave for nothing in the offseason. Like, get something for him now. I don't think we'll miss him, to be honest. The Raps have a lot of irons in the fire. They took Siakam, Otto Porter Jr., and Jalen McDaniels. And cap space from dumping Dennis to get Jacoby, Shed, Oche, 2026 first, 2025 second, and Kelly and Bruce can be flipped. Yeah, they've done like a decent job considering how bad their situation was at the time. Boucher for 3, front rim, and in the hands of the Magic. Second quarter has begun. Again, it is a 13-point game as Banchero draws the foul here. I started dance lessons, and I want to use that song. If you do a nice little jig for that. What a hit, that song. Just a random song I found when I started streaming. And that, if nothing has stayed the same since I started, that's the one constant. New setup, new city, new microphone, new monitor, new camera. Same BRB song. Raptors grab the rebound off the Magic miss there. And then Brown throws it right in the hands of Queen. Harrison says, what happened, man? I feel like this could turn into a 3 to 6 year rebuild now. I think with any rebuilds, you got to strike gold in the draft. Like, if you get that piece in the draft, it just completely accelerates everything. Like, Orlando, in a tough spot for a while. They end up with the first overall pick. They get Banchero. It just expedites the entire thing. You know, you got to get that piece in the draft. And, I mean, to be fair, the Raptors got a pretty good one. Fourth overall pick got Scotty Barnes. Then, from that team, they just seriously failed to capitalize on the. I mean, first of all, they failed to put a good team in place around guys like Siakam Barnes. They failed to get enough shooting for those guys. First of all, they took too long to get. They took too long to get a rim protector in Pearl. They never addressed the floor space, and they still haven't. From the ashes of that, they've gone to Quickly and Barrett, who they've invested quite a lot of money in. Like in Quickly, Barrett's already making good money on a contract. Like these are the guys that you got to place with them. So the talent has to come from the draft right now, and finding gems in a trade. But it's the draft. I mean, trade. Like what do we have to trade? It's the draft that has to solve this team, whether it be the main pieces or outside pieces. A nice take there by Mitchell to bring it back to 13. Would you fire Darko? Yes. Who would you replace him with? Right now, Mike Brown would be a really strong candidate for myself. Jordy Fernandez was a really good option that has unfortunately been taken away. Barnes misses at the rim there. That's tough. Mike Brown's interesting. What's his name? The old Vanderbilt head coach. He's in the NBA now. Former Raptor. I can picture him. Like Jerry Stackhouse. Be interesting candidate. Van Gundy, I'm not so sure. Barnes at the rim. Don't be doing that shit down 13, man. Dunks it. 11-point game. Too much ego with Stack. I just feel like the team needs a kick up the ass, and Stackhouse would provide that. Interesting candidate for that reason. He's a hard ass. Back-to-back good drafts and having a coach that can develop can change everything. Magic drafted Paolo, Franz, and Suggs. Anthony Black is an unknown. Gogo is a good pickup. I think the biggest thing with this team is that Mosley, their head coach, has set the tone for what is expected of this team defensively on a night-to-night basis. And as a result, no matter who's in, who's out, everybody knows what their job is on the floor, what's expected of them, and what they need to do. That they have this defensive culture, right? They built this culture. They built around this defense. They've got the studs on offense who can make things happen and win. But they're all bought into everything here. They have a culture established. That has just not happened with the Raptors as of yet under this coaching staff. Like you look at some of the Nick Nurse teams. Everyone bought into that culture, that identity defensively. No matter who played, it was next man up. No matter who played, everyone played the same. Everyone knew their job. Everyone knew what was expected of them. You see that with this Orlando team right now. It reminds me of that Raptors, those Nick Nurse teams, where everyone knew their job on defense on a night-to-night basis. That culture was established. We are a year and a half in to the Darko era. No culture whatsoever established for this team. No understanding of roles, what's expected of people. Just has completely failed to establish that, unfortunately. That's why I like what Orlando's doing. Shams. Bro, if you're saying Shams bombed is something that happened an hour ago, how long before Shams, like after 5 minutes, can't be a Shams bomb? How he start at an 8-0 lead. YB and Fat Boy. It was actually 10. 10-0 lead for Orlando to start the game. Suns picks trade with Jazz. Listen, Marcus. You've got, I think you have 5 minutes after a Shams notification before you can no longer say Shams bomb. As if the currently 82 people watching, all 82 plus me were unaware of a significant trade in the NBA happening. Come on. We've been knowing this. Shams bomb twice in a row as if something just happened. Come on. Over an hour later. What do you take me for? What do you take me for? Shams pops up on my phone when he tweets. I'd rather have the Raptors roster or the Bulls roster. Ooh, wow. Gotta be Raptors, but man. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Gotta be Raptors, but the fact that I even thought showcase how dire our situation kind of is right now. I feel like everyone in this team is just trying to prove themselves individually. There's no on-court chemistry. I don't feel like that. I mean, everyone's obviously entitled to what they think, and there is a disconnect, I think, in the game plan. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's like everyone's trying to prove themselves. There seems like a willingness to work together and sort things out, particularly on offense. Any on defense, they talk it out. They want to fix it. I just don't think they know how, in a way. I just don't think they know what they need to do on defense. And on offense, what is it? Is it just there's no plan B? If the first option doesn't go, there's a lack of creativity, a lack of shot creation. And I steal by Barnes there on Banchero. We're working our way back. It's down to an 8-point game. Closest it's been since it was 10-3, probably. Back in it a little bit. 20-7 run. That's nice. There's definitely a lack of... There's a disconnect. It's not a cohesive unit here. But I wouldn't say that's individual thing. Oh, Barrett, don't get lost. Didn't make us pay. But look at that. Shit like that, man. How is Barrett not following the guy who all he does is shoot? He can only shoot. How are you not following him in the perimeter, man? This is the type of shit, man. RJ Barrett, ball watching. Look at this. Oh, they didn't show it. Ball watching. Leaving Caleb Houston open. Now, Houston didn't make the shot, but literally all Houston can do, local boy, is make threes. Don't fucking let him shoot. Am I crazy thinking the RJ-led Raptors were better? Well, the performances were more competitive for sure, but I'm Barnes in the corner for 3. All right, hey, we're right here again. 5-point game. I didn't think they'd come back at all, let alone this quickly. 5-point game. I think if you take Barnes out of the equation right now, the team's a lot worse. (39-34). Raptors taking advantage. Olynyk out to Barrett for a 2-point game, and RJ Barrett for 3. Wow. What a run by the Raptors. My goodness, they're down 37-24 to start the quarter. Now 39-37. Is that a 26-7 run? All right. I mean, hopefully nobody left early. Maybe some people considered it. Darko's fired up. You see him in the background there? What's going on, Isaac? Game is still winnable for sure. You gotta like Barnes' confidence sometimes. Sometimes maybe not, but he believes in his own ability. That is for sure. That's a good trait to have. Things change fast in the NBA. I didn't think they'd do this. I didn't think they'd do it this quick. Magic. Well, I mean, difficulty. The Magic just don't have players. And the Raptors shouldn't be down by this much in a game like this, but they were. But they fought back in it. Let's try and keep things going here. Reverse that ugly, ugly deficit to start the game. It was 10-0 to start. Then it was 32-11. It's 32-11. So, yeah, it is a 26-7 run for the Raptors. Wow. Got to keep it going for it to matter. Got to keep it up. So, let's do that. Let's keep it up. Hashtag Team Shed. If only Mitchell just had some redeeming offensive quality. Man, I get it. I will never. It'll never be funny. It'll never not be funny. Darko makes them play bad on purpose so that they learn and get better. He makes them worse so that they develop. He hands guys their toughest battles so they learn. He didn't care, but he's not trying to win. Come on, man. Darko's forward to play man-to-man and no one hides to push the development of our defense. Listen, have you watched like the last 2 weeks? 2 weeks ago against the Bucks, they were triple teaming Giannis. That was no man-to-man. Okay? Today, to start the game, they were over-helping. They were over-doubling, leaving way too many open threes. They aren't anymore. That wasn't man-to-man. Out of the timeout, 3-ball for De Silva and a much-needed bucket there for the Magic. 42-37. I think what would be better for the defense developing is like putting together a better defensive scheme so you actually get stops. That's probably better for development. Learning how to succeed on defense. Boucher for 3 doesn't go. Why is Scotty out? He'll come back in. I'm not sure anybody's suggesting they go zone. Listen, this team in zone would be a fucking abomination. There's no way. Nobody would hold accountability defensively. Have the Raptors played zone like... I can't recall the Raptors playing zone this season. Maybe I'm like... You know, I'm hosting a show, I'm talking, I'm doing a lot. So maybe I haven't like quite noticed it, but I can't recall. I really can't recall a time they were playing zone. Anthony Black, mid-range, doesn't go. Big rebound by Wendell Carter and draws the foul. I mean, I'd be surprised we haven't at all, but I don't recall. I don't think zone is I don't think zone is saving them, though. Again, like, the lack of accountability overall, this ain't going to help. Zone ain't going to help. I hate Brown more and more with every missed floater. Well, to be fair, Nameless, at least today he's started the game quite well. But I don't hate him. But yeah, the floaters are rather frustrating. Man, it's part of that. I'm not complaining. Listen, I'm not complaining about man-to-man defense. Okay, I'm complaining about overhelping, which has been a problem here. You need to find a good balance in different matchups. RJ Barrett with a steal on Black. I mean, granted, he threw it right to him, but Barrett, other side, goes to Grady Dick. Out to Shed for 3. Growing in confidence from there and doesn't go this time. Everyone going out in the cold weather today. I went out for groceries at 7 a.m. I woke up. I was like out of food. I wasn't out of food, but like out of food I could eat and hit my macros with. So I had to go out this morning to get food. And it was really cold. Yeah, at 7 a.m. Really cold. Got my groceries done. And then it got like the coldest. I have a dog I gotta walk. The coldest it was like weirdly 3 p.m. today. Like I went out this morning. It was really cold, but like nothing I couldn't handle. I went out at 3 p.m. and like I was so fucking cold. I had to go back in so quickly. And I went out just before stream to get a drink, and it wasn't like it was cold. It wasn't horrific. 7-0 run by Orlando out of their timeout. Grady Dick nearly turns it over, keeps it though. Shed doesn't go on the floater, and the Orlando Magic come again. It might be a timeout on a make here. Out to Anthony Black. How is there such a mismatch? How's Pirtle on him? How is Pirtle on him, dude? Do you think Darko put Jakob Pirtle on Anthony Black there so Pirtle could learn how to play man-to-man defense? I think Darko did that on purpose just so Pirtle would learn. Like, what are we talking about? I remember putting on long johns when I lived in Sudbury. I recall a morning in Sudbury, I went to the gym at around 7 a.m. and it was minus 50. That was the coldest day I have ever experienced. Or it was like minus 40, but like felt like minus 50 with the wind chill or something. That was the coldest day I ever experienced. Yeah. Running through Pirtle might bring Kelly back in. Atlanta, I got bad news. I got bad news about Olynyk if they bring him in instead. It's going to be even worse. We decided to randomly double Paolo. Pirtle had to recover to someone. Okay. Feels like we're letting that happen a little too much. Are we not? Yeah, I do remember longer winters. My personal opinion, Darko does not make the team have a harder time on defense so that they develop. Do you think we have playoff play-in chance next year? Oh, for sure. Like, the team is healthier. Like, even the team as it stands has a chance if healthy. And it has a better coach. Add a draft pick to that. Oh, hell yeah. Anthony Black at the line here. All this talk like RJ, it's like Barnes is out, then Barrett sucks, and people are saying it was better when Barnes was out and RJ was leading the team. It's very inconsistent everywhere, I think. 9-0 run for the Magic here. Raptors had to call a timeout. It was 7-0 run before the timeout and then 2 free throws, so excuse it a bit. But 9-0 run now. Shed. Out to Grady Dick. Nice feed. Grady Dick open for 3. Those are the ones you want your guy to hit. De Silva now. Moving to the rim. Misses the layup in close. Barnes other side. Doesn't go. Rebound out to Barnes. Now Brown. Pass the screen. Layup doesn't go. And it's batted out. And now Caleb Houston has it. We got a new subscriber here. I was watching the game, so I actually missed it. But I will pull up the name in just a second here. Yeah, Bruce Floater's not very fun to watch. You'd think he'd stop at some point, right? De Silva for 3. Raptors catch a break there. We have Tommy Dime subscribing. Welcome to the Amateur Army. Was that Tommy Dimes? Somebody subscribed. Tommy Dimes, I think. $48.40. I missed a bucket there. Apologies. Grady Dick on Anthony Black. Now Banchero. Barnes defending. Very small ball here, as we saw last play. Pirtle got caught in a bad spot. But Raptors go small to combat it. Here's De Silva spinning off Brown. Tough two, doesn't go. Much better defense there. Raptors being a little bit more switchable at this point. Bruce Brown to Barnes in the corner. Banchero caught napping, but Barnes can't punish with the 3 ball. Much better defense there. They switch here. Walter back on Black. That's better. Black didn't score. He got in tight, but that's better. Walter stays with him. Where is Barnes? Banchero for 3. Where the hell did Barnes go, man? Got lucky there. Brown. Another tough contested 2. Bruce, what are you doing, dog? You gotta stop fucking shooting these. What are you doing, man? He's going right at the defender, trying to like throw it around him. What is he doing? Shed to Barnes in the pick and roll. Foul called as Barnes was held up trying to get onto the pass. Darko laid out his plan for defense at media day. That alone is just crazy. You should lay out your plan for defense before every single game, not media day. Whether it's right or wrong is based on results over time. Half the season, it's been really bad. It's been quite a bit of time at this point. And last season was also really bad. Same guy in charge. So, I don't know. A year and a half is a pretty solid sample of games. And if you want to just count this group, it's been half a season. So, yeah, I don't know. Not a lot of evidence saying things are going in the right direction there. Send me to the Raptors? Don't send me. I like talking about it. I don't want to actually do it. I couldn't coach. I don't think I could coach better. I'm not a coach. I'm not getting paid to coach this team. If Masai fires Darko, then Masai didn't believe his method. Fair enough. I guess we'll see. Quickly just cancel. It's been a week and a half, you know. What are you going to do? He's been out. He missed last Monday and hasn't been back since. Popped into Legion of Nick Stream. They're giving up leads like the Magic. Well, they haven't given it up yet, the Magic. The closest we got is 2. Minute 41 to go in the half. They've got Banchero with David Mitchell defending. Why? De Silva to the rim. Nice help defense by Barrett to take it away. Walter in the corner to Boucher. Now to Barrett. Spins off Banchero. Don't shoot. Yeah, goes out to Boucher. That's a good shot. Can't get the 3 to fall there. Darko won't get fired this year. I 100% agree. End of the season, though, there could be a decision. A lot of it depends on Darko's contract. How long is Darko's contract? We don't know. If you know, let me know. If you know, let me know. But I haven't seen anything about Darko's contract. So if it's 2 years, no brainer. Wipe your hands clean and say, all right, we're moving on. If it's 3 years, even consider, like, we're about to get potentially a really good player in this draft. Do we want this guy who hasn't really showcased an ability to coach effectively? Right? Like, has he developed guys? Sure. But, you know, is he coaching effective basketball? No. And we want to start winning some games. Is this our guy? Probably not. Yeah, Boucher crashing back down to earth, it seems, in this game. Hurts 10 years. Yeah, my nightmare, Thomas. I don't think Darko has the capabilities as a coach to get past a full, to start a 4th season as the head coach of this team. I do not think he can do it. But I don't put it past him to get the 3 full seasons in. So my guess would be it was a 3-year contract, but I have not seen anything suggesting the length of the contract. Barnes, tough two. Fades away and drops it. Do we want a development coach to develop our new young players? Like, it's not like there's no other coach in the universe who can develop young players. Except you want to hire one who's also good at coaching basketball. Can't blame the team with Darko. Yaka makes the spacing horrible and easy to defend. Tell you though, without Pirtle last season, they were 4-28 because they couldn't do anything. You on defense. My God, you really miss him there. On offense, Pirtle's a great player as well. Spaces the floor from the high post with his passing. Really good screen setter, which is important. Just ask the Suns about screen setting. They're going to learn. Nick Richards can't, and therefore doesn't help. .48-45 here. Orlando they're scoring in spurts here. 7-0 run, then nothing. Barnes, another fadeaway two. Ooh, those have just been going for him. Not on this occasion. Last chance on defense. Can we get the stop? Banchero to the rim and one. Brutal way to end the half here. Yeah, Pirtle's not the issue. 100%. Everyone's so caught up in shooting. They want Miles Turner. They fail to recognize, the Raptors are a really good rebounding team. That helps them. Miles Turner, let's, for instance, by the way, because there's certainly a lot of Raptors fans who would comfortably trade Pirtle for Turner. Now you can't defend the rim. Now you can't rebound. Awesome. You have a bit of extra floor spacing. Your screen setting has gotten worse. Your playmaking from those high post settings, which has been important for this team, has gotten worse. There's stuff that Pirtle can't do. There's a lot he does do very effectively. And again, there's a reason they were 4-28 without him last year. He offers a lot to the team. Him not being able to shoot isn't the problem. The problem lies in that spacing hasn't been filled elsewhere around this team. I don't think there's anybody on this team who is letting us down shooting wise, right? It's not like we're expecting Pirtle to be a shooter. Grady Dick's good shooter. He's been shooting the ball maybe last month or so he struggled a bit, but he's a good shooter showing that this season. Barrett shooting about expected. Barnes, you could argue it's a little worse than expected shooting. But there's nobody on this team is we're not clearly missing output from guys that we have. We need to fill in. We need to add in extra shooting to the team. Sometimes that's easier said than done, but we've had years and years and years of being able to find shooters, and we just have not done it. Yeah, Pirtle's getting torched today. Not fun for him tonight. Magic going, he's -30. Goodness gracious. How do you even do that at halftime? Magic are going extra small ball today, playing 5 out in a lot of sets, and he's getting put on horrible matchups. Yeah. They had to sub him out because he was who does he guard? Does he guard Banchero or does he guard Anthony Black? Obviously, you can't do that. Not the matchup for him today. Absolutely not. -30. Jesus, at halftime. Grady Dick, too. -19. He's just got to give some resistance defensive, and he hasn't done that. Bad day for Olynyk deniers, me. +19 for Kelly in this one. It's been such a game of runs that the Pirtle and Grady Dick ones are believable because Grady's a turnstile on defense. Pirtle is just in horrible matchups all game right now. It's going to be tough to use him if they keep going small ball. You pretty much will have to just match him with Wendell Carter minutes and avoid switches there too aggressively. But, I don't know. The Olynyk one, I don't know how much this checks out, how much that had to do with Olynyk. But, hey, it's great they had those runs with him involved. And hopefully he can kind of kick on here. Defensively, he still has some issues, in my opinion. Allowing 50 points isn't the worst thing in the world. But this Orlando team, there's a lack of talent on this Orlando team, for sure, with how many injuries they have. they're building up points and runs. Absolutely. So let's limit the production from those runs, and let's get a bit more consistent on offense, and the Raptors can win this game. Like Anthony Black on 13 plus 17. Like that's got to be better there. Banchero 5 and 9. You can live with that. Banchero's a good player. Getting nothing from their bench, and it's just a showcase of a bit of how thin this team is. Yeah, it's not a great game, is it? 40% shooting for Orlando, 43 for the Raptors. They're shooting poorly, but getting extra possessions. 9 offensive rebounds to 1. Let's be better there. Turnovers, they've turned over a little bit more, but it's offensive rebounds kind of giving them those extra shots. This is a bad basketball game, is it not? This is a brutal basketball game. Brown had like a good first quarter, but then second quarter he started taking these horrible floaters and layups in traffic. Shed hasn't made a shot yet. Walter's struggling to get involved. The main guys. Barnes has been fine. Bit of a shaky start, but is growing into the game. Barrett's a weird one. Not a lot of rim protection on the Orlando Magic, but he's still not getting a lot of looks. He's only taken 1 shot, and that was the 3. But I guess it's a bit of a case of clogging the paint for Orlando, daring us to shoot again. That kind of worked for them last game, so why not re-employ it? I mean, it is working. We're not scoring much, but neither are they, right? Pearl's 30 in April. So you think a 34-year-old Pearl's going to be on this team when the Raptors want to make the playoffs? We talk about 34-year-olds. He's going to be 30 next year. He's going to be 30. He's not going to be 34 next year. He'll be 34 at 4 and a little bit years from now. We'll worry about 34-year-old Pearl in 4 years. We're getting way too far ahead of ourselves. That's cool a little bit. Pirtle's really good. I mean, do the Raptors probably look to trade at some point? Maybe, but he's a good player. Do you think we'll be tanking next season too? It all depends on the draft. It all depends on the luck in the draft. The lottery, that is. Raps have 2 first-round picks next year, 1 for the Pacers. Yes. Literally right after I made the video saying, hey, that Pacers pick's looking really, really good, the Pacers all of a sudden fixed up and are really good again. Terrible timing. That's a key pro. They want to try to be good next year. Yeah, I think it's reasonable to say that another offseason of work, hopefully development, hopefully progression, injecting a hopefully top 5 pick into this team. I think it's fair to say that was more injury luck. One could argue a better coach as well if the Raptors go in that direction. That team could reasonably push for a playoff spot. Like the Pistons this year are kind of in the mix, and they are average on defense, average on offense. So you don't need to be anything heroic to make the playoffs in the East here. You've got 2 picks next year to work with as well, but I think it's very fair to say this team can try and make the playoffs next year. And if they want to do that, it's probably going to be pretty important to have a rim protecting center on the team, like Pirtle. And if you trade Pirtle and don't get a rim protecting center, what's going to hold the team back next year is not having enough rim protection. So it largely depends on what happens in the draft. But Yeah, you add another good player. I think this is a playing team. At this point, the season's too far gone. Injuries have played a part. Poor play overall has played a part, but this season in particular is too far gone for me. You can't save this season. Definitely not. All right, I want to do the Pearl. Let's get my mind off the coach. I feel like every stream is just arguing about the coach. I really don't know. I don't want to re-inject anything here, but I don't know how he gets, like, what he has deserved to get such defense from part of the fan base. Anyways, let's do the Pirtle. All right. Last stream, I think I didn't get it, but I had a lot of good guesses. I just couldn't quite get the player, if that makes sense. So let's do this one. We start with Bridges, as always, and we have a big, it's either a guard/forward or a forward/center. Now, we can usually assume that a 6'7", 6'8" player, which is this this player, is a forward/center. However, we've been burned by big guards, a big guard previously being Nick Batum. So we're going to assume this is a forward/center, but we are not going to count out that this could be a guard/forward, according to Pirtle, which I think they often get positions wrong. So we have to take that for what it is well. But we're in the East. We are not in the Atlantic, so we're either in the Central or the Southeast Division. The player's under 20. The player's young. My mind is pretty quickly drifting to Banchero, who I think is 6'8". Oh, sorry, the age is above 20. I'm looking at the number. So this player is 31, or this player is old. This player is 31 or higher and wears a low number. Okay, so it's not Banchero, obviously. But it is a 6'7", 6'8" player. I want to be able to establish if this is a big relatively quickly to see if we can just move forward in that direction. Thinking of the Cavs, I can't think of, like, it's Mobley Allen. Thinking on the older player too, like usually you'd associate that with like a good team. Like, can we talk? Like, are we maybe talking about? I mean, could be the Bucks. Could it be Middleton? What number does Middleton wear? I don't know numbers. It would really help me to know numbers. It could be Middleton. Middleton might be a 6'7" guard/forward. Okay, I think that's an acceptable guess. I put Bucks. I think that's an acceptable guess. Okay, so he's listed for. I think you could list him as a guard forward, but he's 6'7". That's not a bad guess. We have number 22, and we now know the division. We are in the Southeast Division. 22 is Jimmy Butler. All right. Huh? Oh wow! I thought we had it. I really thought we had it. Oh, I didn't look at the age. I saw 22 and went Jimmy Butler for sure. Oh, I didn't even fucking think hard enough. Damn. All right. Well, I thought we did it. I got a little too cocky. I got too cocky there. So we are either Atlanta, Charlotte, Washington, or Orlando. Orlando playing today. Joe Ingles doesn't play for Orlando anymore, does he? This player is 31 or 32, so I think he's too old for that. Atlanta. Forward slash. I was thinking Capella, I think is 6'9", but player's 6'8". Actually, we know for sure this player's 6'8" based on the evidence we have here. This is 6'8", either guard/forward or forward/center. That's still where I'm struggling. Not Miami. Okay, let's think about. God, do I know Charlotte? No, I don't. 6'8". Grant Williams, maybe? He played a bit of center for Charlotte this year. He's injured, though. Does Grant Williams give you number 22 vibe? Grant Williams isn't 31 or 32, is he? I'm going to quickly check if the game is back on. Please forgive me. It's not on. Okay. Not cheating. Washington. Washington's got such a young team other than JV, though. A lot of, like rebuilding teams. 6'8". Like now in my mind, like is like Bogdanovich comes to mind. Is he 6'8"? I don't think he is. I think he's like 6'6". Still struggling with Charlotte. How tall is Mark Williams? Mark Williams isn't that old. It's got to be a Miami player then at this age. Cody Zeller still play for Miami? Oh no, it's not Miami. Can't be Miami. So it's a young team that a random old player is on. Does Taj Gibson play for Charlotte? Is Taj Gibson only 32 years old? He's 39. Okay. Well, not Taj Gibson. I also knew he wore 67. Terrible guess. But now we know at least it is for sure a big. We don't have to worry about big wings. We for sure are dealing with a big now. And we are for sure dealing with a Washington, Atlanta, or Orlando player. Orlando is currently playing. So I don't think there's anybody on Orlando that's playing that is this player. Like, who are their bigs? Mo Wagner, I don't think is 31 yet. Wendell Carter, I don't think is 31 yet. Would it shock me though? It wouldn't. It could be Wendell Carter. I think Wendell Carter wears 22 actually. Now that I'm thinking about it harder, let's try. Not Wendell Carter. 34. And he's 6'10". Oh, jeez. He's 25. Wow. Way off on ages here. I'm not doing too hot in this one. All right. Not Orlando, not Miami, not Charlotte. We are dealing with a Wizard or a Hawk. Is it Capella? Is it Capella? I don't think so, right? Oh, the player's 6'8". I keep thinking there could be 6'8". Capella's not 6'8". We got to shout out our subscriber here. I missed it. Breadwinner, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the Amateur Army. The quarter started. Shit. I'm doing this. I'll have the game on the side here. I'm doing this. I am getting this. A 31 or 32-year-old on Atlanta or Washington, 6'8" big. Come on, man. Who am I missing here? Atlanta. A forward center on Atlanta. They've got Capella. They got Okongwu. Who else would they need in this spot? Is Capella 6'8"? I don't think Capella wears number 22 though. Washington. Who? Man, I do not fucking watch Washington. They've got JV. JV is not 6'8". He is 7 feet tall. Do I guess Capella just to confirm what team they play for? I think I'm just going to waste a guess here. Atlanta player. Okay. Atlanta player. 2 guesses to find the missing Atlanta Hawk. If I don't have it now, I'm not going to get it, am I? Because I just have no idea. It cannot be a starter. It cannot be a starter, surely. Like Reza Shea, Johnson. I mean, Okong was off the bench. Big. Who else plays as a big for this team? I am completely, utterly stumped. All right, I have no idea. I'm going to show silhouette to cheat. No help. I defer to chat. I give up. I do not have it today. I defer to chat. 52-51 as we lock back in. Larry Nance, no. Larry Nance. It's got to be Larry Nance. No, Larry Nance isn't that old. Fuck it. Guess him. Fuck, it's Larry Nance. Larry Nance is 32 already. That was Nico N who got it, and D Money Productions who got it even earlier. Yeah, wow. It really passed me by that he plays there now. Yep. I own that. I know Larry Nance. I know he plays there. I should get him. Larry Nance is 32, man. I forgot he's in Atlanta as well. I mean, I remember watching him play for them. Like I know he's there. I've seen him play for them, but just forgot. Damn. Anyways, I'm a grown up. Not yet. Maybe I am. What age do you have to be to constitute a grown up? De Silva. I mean, I guess people my age have kids. $56-53. Barrett. Risky pass to Pearl. Raptors have been down the entire game. They allowed a point in like the first minute. They were down 10-0. They have not led tonight. They haven't even tied the game since it was 0-0. Barrett looking up Klaus back, and the jumper goes. Gets the shooter's roll. It's a 1-point game. Raptors could have got KD if they traded Scotty, but I think we're justified. I know the team stinks, even Scotty, but like I think we are justified in hanging on to Scotty and all the picks. It'd be really interesting to see as De Silva misses a three. Raptors a chance to take the lead here. It'd be really interesting to see how good that team could have done. I don't think it was a championship team. I think it would have been close, but I think you're right to keep Barnes. I'm Brad. Maybe I am an old guy, Tom Ferry. Maybe I am an old guy. Banchero for three. Ends the run. Big shot there. $59-55 Orlando. Mitchell for three. Big shot. We're back in it. 1-point game. Still right here. No offense to Cleveland, but do you think Mitchell was going crazy about going there? No. I don't. I'm really surprised how good they've been this year, to be honest. Barrett for three. I struggle to see a superstar player showing up here and not like enjoying the city. Like I don't think Kawhi didn't like. I don't think any part of Kawhi leaving was in reference to like not wanting to be in Toronto. I mean, look, if you could choose LA or Toronto, you're probably choosing LA, and I recognize that. But I don't think it was a distaste for living in Toronto that made him go. There was a lot of other factors, as we're aware of. They traded for Paul George and whatnot. If we had traded for Paul George, Kawhi might still be a Raptor. But I struggle to see. I mean, a lot of players hate the cold, but guess what? A lot of places are cold in the NBA as well. Like what? I hate the cold. I've lived here my entire life, and I have no plans to move away. Does anybody like the cold? Does anybody enjoy the cold? So how overblown are these? Is Kawhi, does he hate it so much that he has to get on the first plane out of here, right? Raptors in the lead now, 60-59. New York is cold, one of the biggest markets. There you go. Nobody likes the cold. Barnes, born and raised in Florida. I'm sure he doesn't like the cold. Minnesota's colder. Yeah. New York is cold. A lot of places are cold. Minnesota. Milwaukee gets cold. No? Chicago gets freezing, man. David is becoming one of my favorites. I unfortunately don't share your sentiments. We'll dial in on this game again here. Let's zone back in. We're up right now. Let's zone back in to this one. Raptors up 60-59, their first lead of the game. They were down 30-11. Then went on a 26-7 run to get back in it, and they've slowly gotten closer and closer, and here we are today. When I landed in Fort Lauderdale, it was crazy that it was winter, walking around in shorts, sandals, and the AH show. I'm glad you're rocking the merch, making it across the continent a little bit. I used to go to Florida like every summer for soccer. And yeah, just to like be lounging on a beach or playing soccer in the middle of December was always a strange one for me. BMW or Mercedes-Benz type guy. I've always loved BMW. I mean, I like both. I've always loved BMWs. I think the dream car. I would never own a BMW, but the dream car would be like an M3 or a 325i. I really liked when I was a kid. BMW boy. What are these random fucking kids with... Oh, shit. Sick. Fuck. I pretend I didn't say that, dude. Dinner was great. Thanks for asking. Let's change the subject. I made a chicken thigh barbecue burrito. It was delightful. Been using it for YouTube for a long time. Do you turn on or off the embedding on your videos, or it doesn't matter? I have no idea, man. Embedding? What does that mean? Oh, it's like people can embed my videos on websites and stuff. I think that's what it is. Yeah, people have done that for me in the past, or done that with stuff in the past. I think. I don't care. Whether it's on or off, I've never changed it. So I imagine it's on, and I have no problems with it. 5 years in. 5.5, wow. Grady Dick, corner three. Raptors take a lead here. 63-59. Who is better all time, Ja Morant or Kyle Lowry? Well, Kyle Lowry's a Hall of Famer. Ja Morant is not at this present point. Kyle Lowry will be a Hall of Famer. Nice pass there by Mitchell. I mean, how do you leave Grady Dick open, guys? Orlando, what y'all doing? 6:11 to go in the third. 63-59. Just saw some crazy shit on Twitter. Got sent to me. Bruce Brown to Olynyk. And he makes the layup. Raptors continue the run. It's 65-59 now. Brown is playing smart other than running floaters and running layups through traffic, which he does a lot. Big 2 there for Orlando. Much needed bucket by Caldwell Pope. Kyle Lowry and Caitlin Clark on the golf course together. The only way that could happen, it would be like if she played for the tempo. But like, I don't know. I feel like she ain't. I feel like Fever will lock her up. Well, it's not. Well, it's an entertaining game at this point. The definition of a great game could partially be skewed by the quality of it. It's been a great third quarter for the Raptors, though. They've gotten their shooting up to, let's see. They've been shooting the ball really well here. Up to 51% and 48% from 3. Wow, much better now. 65-61. Nice cut by Grady. Good feed by Kelly. And Orlando looks like they're running out of gas here. Toronto taking advantage. Nice cut, nice feed. The Blue Jays got a big name. Yeah. The Jays have a tendency to find guys. KCP doesn't go. Raptors have literally never signed a good free agent. The best free agent signing in Raptors history, who is it? Like, legitimately. Free agent. Left their current team in free agency to join the Raptors. Who's the best in history? Actually, it was actually arguably Otto Porter Jr. at the time. That obviously didn't work out. DeMarre Carroll was awful, so not him. Hedo Turkoglu was awful when he came, so not him. Like, serious question. Who is the best free agent signing in Toronto Raptors history? Not Otto Porter. Otto was horrible. You can't. You know what? The fact that we have to consider it Otto Porter because they traded him for Kelly Olynyk, who was cooked half a year after we got him, but got a Oche. Serge Ibaka. Did that trade for Ibaka? I'm pretty confident we traded. Still could be Hedo. He was terrible. For my own sake, it can't be him. Trey Ross, right. So, anyways, yeah, we're about a minute after I said that. Not one, Hakeem, which is funny because he was cooked when he showed up. Gasol we traded for. Traded JV, CJ Miles, DeLon Wright, and a first for Gasol. Shed for 3, big shot. I said earlier, getting more confident from 3, and the Raptors lead 70-63. Anyways, yeah, you guys can't even name a possible answer. Is it actually Dennis? Like a guy that got traded half a year later. Maybe it is, right? And Tony Davis, I wouldn't know that far back, to be fair. But anyways, yeah, Raptors don't get free agents. And if you think they do, and we could, they don't. They don't. Obviously, they haven't. So there's no suggestion they will all of a sudden start. We have re-signed guys we traded for, like Lowry. We've re-signed guys that we drafted, like DeRozan. Davis came via trade for Bender. Really? So it is, yeah. Free agents don't come to Toronto. Whatever the reason is, you can speculate. That's not the point of this conversation. They don't. Good ones don't. Except for DeMarre Carroll. But when we do get good free agents, they suck for us. Like DeMarre Carroll and Hedo Turkoglu and Otto Porter Jr. Kind of. But DeMarre Carroll's really good when we signed him. That was a huge pickup. But then he was horrible. Gary Trent was traded for, infamously, for Norman Powell. Davis was for 5th pick. Okay. Well, wow. Yeah. Imagine if we trade Scotty in the future for a superstar and win a chip like 2019. I don't care how we do it, man. Just win the chip. I wanted DeRozan to win a chip for us, but it's clear DeRozan wasn't going to do that for us. So we made the executive decision. Masai made the executive decision, and it was the right one in the end, of course. DeMar claims we would have won in 2019 if we didn't trade him. Well, like, I've always kind of, it took me a while to come to this realization. Obviously, the answer is no. But what else is he going to say? What else is he going to say? Would he act? He's not obviously not going to say publicly, we weren't winning the chip with me. He's obviously going to say, big himself up and say we would have won even with me. He's wrong, but of course he has to say that, right? I wonder if he truly believes they would have won the chip with him. I wonder if deep down he truly believes him, Raptors minus Kawhi plus DeMar wins the chip. Because I think there's no shot. They don't even get past Philly. Grady. Driver back in the game now. Grady to the rim. Struggling at the rim lately. I mean, he's just doing a bit too much there. Grady Dick, there. Better this time. Whoa! Grady Dick rises up. Oh, my goodness.
Mama, there goes that man.
Why go through contact for a layup when you can throw down? And again the other way. Give it to Grady. Dunk it again. Fouled this time. Grady Dick heading to the line. What a sequence by Grady Dick and the Raptors there. Smokes the layup. Not smokes, but like bites off way more than you can chew with the layup. Then just attacks. Throws it down. Then misses the free throw. Go figure. All right. Corey Joe spinning off Shed. Great defense. I thought it was great defense. That looked like good defense. They call a foul there. To me, this is Scotty's best game. He's playing like he's doing a lot. This is a game that's showcasing the do-it-all Scotty. Like both ends of the floor, playmaking, rebounding, points. Like and I think a bit of a reason why you have Scotty playing a lot lower defensively. Like he's in the Paolo matchup, and basically like Paolo's playing as a big a lot of the time today. I've always said, and I will continue to say, Barnes is way better when you get him in the low block on defense. And I think today's a good example of that happening. I don't know what that trade is going to look like, Marcus. I have no idea. 73-64. Raptors have recovered well from being down 32-11, obviously. It's a 52-32 run by the Raptors. No, it's bigger than that. A 62-32 run by the Raptors, if you want to go that far. Banchero for three. Air ball. Gets it back, though. Tough layup is good past Barnes. Raptors will get it in quickly here. Bruce Brown to Barnes. Striding forward in the corner of the Shed for three. And another one drops for the rookie. Raptors, double-digit lead now. 76-66. Corey Joe. Out to Caleb Houston. Now Corey Joe. Long two. Wow, tough shot. Toronto Walks says, I don't want to compare, but when Nazem Kadri used to play for Toronto, he cost Leafs in those playoff rounds just like how DeMar was for the Raptors. But Kadri went on to win with Colorado. Well, different. Kadri was an idiot, got suspended in multiple playoff series, and played a role on his Stanley Cup. But, like, that wasn't your A1 superstar player. That DeMar DeRozan was. That was your A1. Adam Kadri was your 3C. Maybe 2C. That'd be nice. Yeah, it made it harder to win, but like DeRozan actually just did not play well enough in the playoffs. Bruce Brown, nice move to the rim. Also, Raptors traded DeRozan for a way better player. You know, it's not apples to apples. I don't think. Yeah, it's like hockey is an individual sport as much as basketball is as well. Hey, Bruce Brown wants to play like this every game. Maybe we can actually trade him and not have to buy him out. If you guys are enjoying the stream so far, reminder, hit that like button. Brown completes a three-point play. Raptors lead by 12. Kelly Olynyk's got to be like plus 25. Kelly's plus 32 tonight. Oh, man. I wish Brown proved me so wrong that I looked like an idiot. I'm with Nameless. If Darko proved me so wrong I looked like an idiot, it'd be great because he'd be such a good coach. But we'll see. Got to pump the likes up. One of our members, Duncan Cade Hempel, reminds us. If you guys are enjoying the stream, how many likes are we at? We got 80 people watching. We're at 40 likes. Let's get this up to 50 likes, everybody. Scotty is engaged defensively, man. This is a like Banchero's a good player, but he doesn't have like he's not shifty enough to and speed enough to get past Scotty like some other guys are. Like this is a really good matchup for Barnes to showcase his abilities defensively. Not that Banchero's having a bad game, but in fact having quite a good game. But this is one that I think Barnes can handle, if that makes sense. 85-70. Man, oh, man. Raptors dominating this game. Queen past Olynyk. Oh, my God. Kelly Olynyk comes back for the chase down block. Other end of the floor. Shed to Olynyk. Watch him, like, do something crazy. Hit a three, man. He's calling off Brown. Go, Kelly. Oh, and he fumbles it off his feet out of bounds. All right. Well, the block was still pretty cool. And we have that. That Kelly block, I didn't know he could move like that. That was crazy. That was crazy. As soon as he got burned by Queen, I'm like, yep, that's Kelly. That's Kelly. Got burned. And then, wow, the chase down. That was incredible. And, yeah, Kelly's plus minus is something special as well here. Let's pull up the box score for you guys here. Sorry, I always do that. Plus 35 for Olynyk. Raptors bench going crazy. Barnes now plus 16. They've cut down a bit of Pirtle, just not the right matchups for him today. He struggled mightily on defense because Orlando's going small. But Olynyk, like you wouldn't think this would be the matchup for him, but he's just doing well with it. Plus 35 tonight. Boucher, despite not really playing well, plus 17. Bruce Brown having one of his better games, plus 6. Jamal Shed playing well again, plus 14. And Walter, just, I can't explain it. Plus minus doesn't define everything. He's plus 12. Barnes feels like plus 16. Good things are happening when he's on the floor. And considering they were down like 15 earlier in the game with him on the floor, he has recovered massively for the plus 16 here. Raptors win that quarter 40-20. They win the second quarter 21-13. So Raptors double their point output from the second quarter, pretty much. Orlando, not quite double theirs. And as a result, the Raptors, who were down 32-11 in the first quarter, now lead 85-70. It looked like Orlando was about to blow us out again. It's gone the other way now. Raptors could not miss in the third. And we have a new subscriber here, Stephen Pope. Welcome to the Amateur Army. Thank you so much for subscribing. We're shooting 54% from the field, 52% from three. Orlando, 40% from the field, 30% from three. After their hot start, they're 12 of 15 to start the game. They have crumbled tremendously. And even though they're getting extra possessions off of offensive rebounds, it does not matter. The Raptors are eating on offense against a injury-plagued Magic team. Raptors on 3 days rest, and they are showing the extra energy levels here today. It has been fun. You're right. It has been, Thomas Perry. It's been fun tonight. Let's keep things going here. 9 subs away from 18K. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more moments and streams like this. We also do videos. We'll be talking about the potential of the Raptors getting involved in that Suns trade, in the Miami and Suns trade, hypothetical trade tomorrow. So you'll be able to check that out. And also, please support with merch. Please go to the link pinned in chat or the link at the top of the description to shop the merch. $35 for shirts, $50 for hats, Canadian dollars, quality products, quality shipping, all handled by myself. Support the channel. Get yourself some cool shit. Houston, foul by Barnes. Another foul late in the shot clock. Come on, man. How you up 26, then down 15? Basically, if you just completely stop making shots and the other team gets really hot, that's what's going to happen. And that's happened to Orlando here. Olynyk, oh my God. He's done it again. Another block here by Olynyk. Barnes, other side. Pass Wendell Carter. Misses in close. Would I sign Davion to the minimum? Yeah, why not? It's tradable. Does Kelly get the chain? I mean, he might have to. Wendell Carter to Anthony Black. Wendell Carter for three again. Doesn't go again. Rebound by Brown. Barnes wanted that. He wanted his a double-double there. Your time will come, Scotty. Brown. Defended by De Silva. To the rim, misses the layup. But he gets fouled. Brown. A much stronger performance by him. This is the Bruce Brown who's playing on 2 legs that we were waiting for. What's happened to Kelly today, man? Yeah, RJ, it's been weird. Orlando's kind of daring us to shoot, and earlier it was working. Not really anymore. It's not like Barrett's playing poorly. It is a favorable matchup, but still. Kevin Durant has gotten all the karma he deserved for going to the Warriors. Not injuries, but team-wise and lack of success team-wise. 87-70 after Bruce Brown's free throws. The Raptors were down 21. Now they're up 17. What is the most we get for Bruce? The late first too much. I don't think it's. I think it's possible. But you have to remember, a late first might be worse than an early second, depending on how late and how early. Walter to the rim draws the N1. This game is cooked in the other direction now. I don't think it's impossible to get a late first for Bruce Brown. I don't think it's likely at this point, but it's not impossible. Yeah, Brown, I mean, it would have been way worse in the first quarter was Brown. The Raptors down 13 after 1. It was 37-24. Brown had, I think, 11 at that time. So, yeah, who knows? No, he didn't have 11. I think maybe he had 10 or something. But who knows how bad it would have been if it wasn't for him. Houston out to KCP for 3. And wow, I was wet. 90 or long two actually. 90-74. Boucher at this point would get a second comfortably. The way he's playing lately, I think teams will take note of that. Good timing for it to happen. Trade deadline's like 3 weeks away. It's kind of crazy. Not even, it's 2 weeks away. It's crazy. 2.5 weeks. Less than 2.5 weeks. The trade deadline. Ridiculousness. Olynyk, just shoot it, bro. Do your thing. Now, hands off to Barrett. Going at Carter, but an offensive foul called against Kelly this time. Pirtle gonna check back in. I feel like you got to match. If like Wendell Carter's not in, I don't think you can play Pirtle. Just getting killed. Mr. Bro, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Kelly, kind of like Boucher. You play him more than 50 to 20 minutes, he may do more harm than good. No, if Boucher's playing well, you just keep him in. If Kelly's playing well, you play him. Anthony Black to the rim. Doesn't go. Wendell Carter. Wow. Point blank layup on the rebound. Also misses. Nothing going right for Orlando right now. They've lost 6 of their last 8. They've lost 3 in a row. And it's looking like a blowout loss to Toronto here. Pirtle with the right. Doesn't get it to go. Rebound to Houston. Now Black. Now does my video tomorrow become like, can the Raptors do something the rest of the season? Do we talk about, I don't know, am I capable of doing a 10-minute video on, hey, they might trade Butler and we might get involved? Or does the video on if we can make a run? The answer is no, spoiler, but I'll decide what the video topic shall be tomorrow because both will be topical. I don't think the Raps will win the next game. So I think this works well because they won today. I'm not like, and this is a great win. I agree with you, Airball. It's nice to, your favorite team plays well and is winning. The draft is starting to creep in. We're halfway through the season, though. The Boston Golden State game were awesome because I felt no weight. But now I'm like, hey, are we winning a little bit too much now? That's a weak foul, and Scotty, I agree. Didn't do anything, man. Draft season's fun as always. I'm looking forward to it this year a lot, of course. So we're up 14 with 8 minutes left. I'm not too worried. Banchero fadeaway 2. Good defense by Barnes. Barnes is holding his own on defense here. Last game got the single coverage with Giannis. Today getting it with Banchero. Yeah, they're scoring, but I don't think he's doing poorly. I think he's doing a good job. Here's Banchero. Got the switch onto Pirtle, but a whistle's called. That'll allow the Raptors to get the switch there. Fuck, I gotta go to the gym in the morning. No sleep. Barrett's played well. No, I'd rather like him be selective like this, doing a great job for the team. Maybe not getting the most amount of points. Like I like this more than going like 5 of 17 for sure. Tough shot for Caldwell Pope is good. Still 14-point game. Signing up the gym. Sorry, guys. Barrett to the rim, and he's being aggressive there, drawing the foul. Already registered. Fatigue settling in for myself here. The late night hour. Ooh. The RJ Barrett Pumas, those are nice. Misses the second free throw. I don't think those are out for the public. De Silva out to Banchero. Orlando looking to get something going. Banchero. Tough shot. And it drops. 93-80. Portland is thumping Miami with 5:25 to go. Really? What's the score? Wow. Miami, man. They had a pretty good win last game, I think. Barnes into Pirtle. Nice feed. Easy bucket for Yak. Scotty victories over Orlando are always bittersweet. They are. Yeah, they are. They cheered when we took him instead of Suggs. Some Raps fans were upset, like myself, when they took Barnes over Suggs. But hey, here we are today. Once again, some proof of the reasoning behind the pick. My take on Scotty versus Cade. I mean, Cade has definitely been the better player this season as a surefire all-star. Cade showcases to me how good a player can be that's got talent when his team invests in shooting around him and coaching. So Detroit should not really be that good of a defensive team, but they're playing hard enough and they've established a culture good enough that they're an average team on defense. For Cade, he's got now floor spaces around him, and he's got space to do his thing. Barnes just does not have that floor spacing here. So, yeah, the conversation for now is certainly swinging in favor of Cade with the way he's played this season. One of your friends owed you a Barnes jersey from a draft bet we made. What was the bet? Like, who the Raptors going to draft? You made a horrible bet. If you were betting like a Suggs jersey, because every indication was that the Raptors were taking Barnes. It was a shock right up until the pick. It was a shock when the pick was made, really. Like, only Jake Fisher reported the Raptors were interested in Scotty at that spot. Detroit got better after changing coaches. Yeah, because Bickerstaff instilled a better defensive culture. It was a Rookie of the Year bet. Oh. Well, when was the bet made? Like preseason, that's a crazy bet because Barnes was not in the top 4 for potential Rookie of the Years. But hey, what a man. He did it anyways. What a man. Getting rid of Killian Hayes also. Yeah, I guess not playing Killian because like they had him. They didn't have to play him, but Monty did play him. We don't get flagged in the lottery. Who's next in the list? Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper probably 2, and Ace Bailey, but that's debatable. No one 2, but the top 3, the top 3 are solidified top 3. You want a top 3 pick here. So they allowed 37 points in the first quarter and only 43 since. So they really aggressively rotated, over-doubled in the first quarter. Orlando made us pay, and we have gone very far away from that since then, and it is working very well. It took the Raptors way too long last time against Orlando to recognize that. Honestly, like, really fucking stupid that Darko didn't figure that out pre-game, but hey, figured it out early enough for us to have a chance for the comeback, and look at us now, 95-80. RJ to Pirtle. Nice pass. Wow. Love that pass. The aggressive bounce pass through traffic. 97-80, 5:50 to go. I don't really know much about the draft other than the top three guys. Again, I ain't got time for college ball. KCP inbound to Banchero. Spins off Barrett. And fouled by Pirtle. Banchero to the line. Oh, for sure I'm watching March Madness. I watched that. That's 100%. Pirtle, fifth foul, sixth foul, yes. So he'll sub out here. Not his game, man. Bad matchup. Not a great performance defensively as a result. But yeah, that's not going to define him. The Pistons used cap space to sign a former Max player. Okay, like, come on. Like, we're not fucking idiots here. We're talking about Tobias. We're talking about fucking Tobias Harris here. Former Max player, yeah. Former Max contract player Ben Simmons plays for the Nets. How are they so bad, man? Shut the fuck up. Raptors signed former MVP Hakeem Olajuwon. He's going to turn this team around. And that's what they said. Was it 2000 when they signed him or whatever? Wow, this guy was MVP. 2-time finals MVP. We're going to win the championship. No, I don't think Tobias is a max contract worthy player, you know? Yeah, he's a fine player. He's probably still a bit overpaid, but they had to hit their cap floor, and they did. He gets more of the ball there. Yeah, it's fine signing. Wouldn't say, well, yeah, they signed a former max contract player. Of course they're going to be better about Tobias Harris. But they added in shooting. They got a better coach. They defend better. They're a better team. Okay, get more out of Cade. Call it another foul on the link there. It's probably the right call. Haven't used our challenge yet. Can't wait for Darko to use it unnecessarily with the game already done. Waste my time. No. Anthony Black, layup is good. It's a 12-point game. I mean, it's not completely dead there. RJ draws the foul. And one. Nice play there, RJ. Doing these jerseys a good service tonight after a really bad first quarter. He said big F-bomb there by RJ Barrett. Did he go this right? He did. He was forced to after the foul. And yeah, going to the line. He might not make it, but 99-85 Raptors. What a comeback. And people said this team doesn't want to win. Come on, you see it. They want to win. 80 people watching. We got 48 likes. Let's pump it up to 50, guys. We're 2 likes away. If you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribed. We do content all about the Raptors and live streams like this and videos in the channel. Help us on the road to 18K. And to give extra support, check out the merch. We've got the shirts. We've got the hats. All things amateur hour. Support us. Let's keep growing in 2025. 9 subscribers away from 18K. I think we will hit 18K on the Thursday stream. That is my prediction. Tomorrow I'll do a video. Hopefully get us up to like 17,997. And we close the deal on Thursday. That's what I hope. A real shame because we had 18K before New Year's. And then we lost like 100 subs when the channel got hacked. But, you know. At least we got the channel back, right? You guys see this movie trailer here with Marshawn Lynch? I'm not convinced Marshawn Lynch is going to be able to provide an acting performance satisfactory enough for this movie, but we'll see. Also, this movie looks bad. Love hurts. No. Nets beating Knicks. Some weird scores today. Well, Brooklyn up 1 late on the Knicks. Portland up 7 very late on the Heat. Wow. Those would be 2 shocking results if pulled off. But the Knicks still in the mix. Low scoring game there. 87-88. I hope we can get a result versus Hawks next. Is it wishful thinking? No, they've had some injuries. We're going to be away, and we're really bad away from home. I don't think we'll win, but we certainly have a chance to win, right? If after this one, I'm now no longer going to say like we've saved up enough losses to be able to win some games. It's time to pump the brakes soon. And hey, trade deadline's around the corner. We will pump the brakes, but we've done a lot of winning lately. 3 of the last 4. If we, as long as we do win this game, and if we don't, good grief. But up 15, 4 minutes to go. Feels like you should win here after Barrett completes the 3-point play there. How many do you think we can win over our next 5 games? Well, it's Hawks, Wizards, Bulls. So it's Hawks away twice, Pelicans at home, Washington away, Bulls at home. I mean, they can fall. All 5 are winnable. They might win 3 of them, to be honest. 3 are away. Let's give them 2 wins. No, Wizards they'll beat. Chicago is 50-50. Pelicans are getting better. Not an easy game. Nobody can defend Zion. I think 2 wins. I still think 2 wins should be expected. Hopefully they don't do a fucking pizza party this year. That was embarrassing last year. The fact that it took so long to get it. There's no word of it this year. And this wouldn't be 3 in a row. But that's kind of awkward for Jimmy to be playing Aston. I mean, maybe. I didn't think he'd play, but here he is. 185. Barnes working on Wendell Carter. Doesn't go. Olynyk, big rebound, and draws the foul. Kelly Olynyk, definitely, like, very obviously Kelly's best game of the season here. Like, impacting winning like he has not done in other games. Everyone loves a pizza party, but to, like, reward a 3-game win streak and then not win 3 games in a row until, like, March, when you're supposed to be a playoff team, that's very embarrassing. I thought the Raptors would win like high 20s this year. They might. I mean, they might do that, but They're not on pace for that. Not sure why the Heat are even playing Butler after he's like expressed he doesn't want to be there. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's detrimental to the team to have him play. Like, just work without it. It was amazing. Made some good streams. Took the whole year. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he made it early as a joke. As if, like, yeah, we're obviously going to win 3 games in a row at some point. We're supposed to be a playoff team. And then they don't ever win 3 in a row. They won't win 3 in a row until, like, the end of the season. Very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. Like, am I wrong? Pat Riley probably told him to behave. And it's good. Trade is going to happen. Okay, I mean, fair enough. Communicating, yeah, look, just keep going. We need some wins. Let's not go out on a super sour note. And you'll have your trade. We're going to work on it. That's fair. That's fair. Raptors should get a Tim Hortons party instead of a pizza party. Well, I got good news for you, Toronto Walker. A Tim Hortons party and a pizza party could be the same thing now. A Tim Hortons pizza party. Anybody in chat dabbled with the Tim Hortons pizza? I just can't imagine, like, listen, if you've done it, I'm sorry for saying this. I can't imagine being down bad enough where I'm buying fucking pizza at Tim's. You know what I'm saying? But I also come from, I got all this food everywhere in Toronto. I would never, ever have to even consider buying Tim Hortons pizza because there's so many pizza places around. Maybe there's some spots where, like, the only food you got, only takeout is Tim's in the vicinity. So if you want pizza, it's got to be there. Do not dabble with Tim Hortons pizza. I mean, how bad? I mean, look, it's cheese, it's sauce, it's bread. It's probably not horrific, but I can't imagine it's great. Oswald's party. No, come on. Lazie's party. Lazie's party. There's only one. There's only one shawarma. Well, authentic swig. Sure. I mean, New York style is also great. Body Ollie's or Prince Street in Toronto. Can't go wrong. Hey, Domino's or Pizza Nova. No problems there either. Why do we always win at home? Role players play better at home. Players in general not having to travel perform better. Home court advantage. It's strange that we are so bad away from home. But Raptors have a pretty lengthy history at this point of winning at home. I got to try north of Brooklyn. I know I got to try that. I haven't yet, but it's on the list. I will try that. Philly-style pizza. I've not tried Philly-style pizza. I don't even know what that would be. 102.85, 2:21 to go. This one is almost done. Wow, Anthony Black almost demolished it over Olynyk. Doesn't go. RJ Barrett, other side. Layup is good. RJ pumping up the numbers a bit. I mean, he's earned some stat padding in the fourth. He's up to 19 points on 6 of 9 shooting. He's been impactful all game, regardless of the point output lacking in the first 3 quarters. Can't stress enough that Tim's Pizza will make you feel. Thomas Perry, you got to let us know why you even bought it. Detroit-style pizza on sourdough. That sounds good. And Queen East. That's a bit far from me, but maybe one day. At least there's something you can smoke to not worry about taste really too. Well, hey, if I'm smoking something, I'd rather just buy the better food then. In my town, the options are limited. Okay, fair enough. So that's what I mean. Like, I'm in a place where there's just, like, I got all the options I could want. There is never a need for me to have to go to Tim's to get a pizza. But if in some limited yeah, you're right. Some more limited locations, you want pizza, maybe you have to go to Tim's. Vedant Patel, hopefully I said that correctly. Huge fan. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed the content. Remind everybody to like and subscribe. Keep us going. Cottage cheese pizza is way better than Tim Hortons. I've never done cottage cheese on pizza. Sourdough's the best bread. Tim Hortons. Yeah, I got a nice college bakery near me. Got a nice sourdough loaf this morning. And a white bread loaf, which is also good. The grocery store didn't have ground beef, and that was my lunch today. So I had to pivot. And instead, I had a whole pack of pastrami, or Montreal smoked meat on a sandwich for lunch. That was really good. Kind of worked out. Montreal smoked meat is like hardly any fat in it. So to get enough protein at lunch, there was 9 slices in the pack. I threw the whole thing. I made 3 little pockets of 3 with some cheese on top. Mashed it together in a sandwich. It's really good. Still wanted to give the Tim Hortons pizza a try. I get the curiosity. I understand. Oh boy, it's been a while, but guys, we enter the Garrett Temple zone because we are so far ahead. It's garbage time. Usually it means the game is done because we're so bad, but no, here we are. Garrett Temple in the game. Ulrich Shamshay getting some NBA touches. Love to see that. He has been improving a lot in the G League, man. It's been very cool to see his development and the start of his trajectory. And nice to see him get some reward with some game time here. We have Shamshay in. We have Battle in. We have Lawson in. We have... Who is Robertson? Did I miss? We signed a guy to 10-day. Orlando Robinson? Did we sign him on like a 10-day or something? Boss, I did not see any news of Orlando Robinson signing or what. Yeah, 10-day, I imagine. When was that? I feel like... yeah, what the hell? When did this happen? Wow, good pass, Shamshay, yeah. Was that today? I guess I wasn't on Twitter much today, or on Saturday. Oh, you know what? Saturday, yeah, fair enough. What time was that? Yeah, Saturday midday. Yeah, guys. Wasn't a lot of phone usage Saturday. I mean, I guess Sunday I could have seen something, but Saturday, it was playoff football. Yeah. I had a fun day that did not include much social media. Fair enough. That's how I missed it. 10-day. Yeah. All right. Well, here he is. Seems like the Eugene Omarui 10-day didn't do much for the team. 3-ball there by Orlando to just finish off the game. But that is a dub for the Raptors. No, that's not the one. Big win. We're using this sound a whole lot more these days. A resounding win by the Raptors and a showcase of their resiliency that I wasn't quite sure they had, but they showed it today. They managed to get the comeback victory. That's nice. We haven't used the W emotes in a while. W emotes, if you're a member, just W's in chat. If you're not a member. And, yeah. Fun win after what was a very unfun first quarter. Let's jump into our post-game show. Let's jump into our post-game show ladies and gentlemen. Well, it was an ugly start to the game for the Raptors. They were down 10-0 to start the game, and it kind of felt like this was another one that was going to be over relatively quickly. It especially felt that way when the Magic led 32-11 and led 37-24 at the end of the first quarter. But the Raptors pulled it all the way back, and it turned into a blowout win for themselves. 109-93 win over the Orlando Magic. Let's break it down in tonight's post-game show. A good showcase of resiliency that I wasn't quite sure the Raptors had when they were down big. It was like there was really no excuse for it. Orlando are missing a ton of guys through injuries. I know the Orlando Magic have a good record, but they have not had a good record as of late. Since Banchero's come back, honestly, they've struggled. They're running out of gas. They're dealing with a lot of injuries. A lot of guys been missing. They had 3 blowout losses in a row, though. 3 blowout losses in a row. One to Denver, one to Boston, one to Milwaukee. They beat Philly, but also lost to Milwaukee, Minnesota. Beat New York, but lost to Jazz. So 6 losses in the last 8 games. And before that 8-game stretch, they blew out the Raptors. I know they only lost by 9. They only won by 9 against the Raptors, but they blew them out. The Raptors made that look better late. So definitely a game where the Raptors should have been competitive and weren't early. And the big problem again was over-helping, over-doubling, leaving shooters open, and Orlando took full advantage. Well, thankfully, that was recognized by the coaches after the first quarter, and it was amended. It was adjusted, and the Raptors were so much better defending for the rest of the game. I mean, they allowed 37 points in the first quarter, but then only 13 in the second, 20 in the third, and 23 in the fourth, including garbage time. Now, you could argue a good coach or a better coach would have figured that out pregame and not had such a bad start to the game, but at least it was resolved during the game, and I will give credit for that happening and putting together this great offensive performance for the Raptors to win, again, 109-93. If you enjoyed what you see from tonight's postgame show, make sure you do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well for more Raptors content just like this. If you're watching on the main channel, we're 9 subs away from 18K. If you're watching on the reactions channel, help us grow to hit the next milestone, 3,000 subs over there. But we keep on going here. Are we at 2K? It's either 2 or 3. Whatever it is, help us get to the milestone over there. There was a big shift in the demeanor for the second quarter, and I think the defense really helped start that. But the bench came in and made a big difference for the Raptors. What a strangely just insane game from Kelly Olynyk. He struggled a lot this season. At times he had some issues today, but overall, plus 39 for Kelly Olynyk tonight. 4 blocks out of nowhere. He has looked cooked this season, but man, he was the one cooking tonight. He did have 5 turnovers, but plus 39 for him. Limited minutes for Boucher. He went plus 17. I mean, plus minus isn't a perfect stat, and this kind of shows it. I'm not sure Kelly Olynyk was good enough to be plus 9, but he was good. Jamal Shaw was plus 19 and felt it. Walter was plus 12, didn't really feel it. Bruce Brown plus 7, didn't really feel it. Boucher plus 17, didn't really feel it. But where you do feel a lot of impact today was Barnes. And this was a do-it-all Barnes game. Plus 21 for him tonight. 17 points, 8 assists, 11 rebounds, 6 of 13 shooting. And took it upon himself to really dig in defensively one-on-one against Banchero. Been a tough couple of games for Barnes defensively. Like difficult games because single coverage against Giannis last game. Single coverage against Banchero today. And even though they both put up good numbers, Banchero went 10 of 19 with 26 points, 12 rebounds, Barnes held his own. Banchero turned the ball over 5 times, and it wasn't as if they had everything that they wanted. And it seemed like he was giving impact there. And you didn't, in that case, have to overhelp in those scenarios and double him. You could allow Barnes to play that straight up so you could defend other guys. Now, maybe against Giannis, you probably should have sent maybe a little bit more extra help, but today maybe not quite as necessary, especially with not a lot of help around Banchero given all the injuries. RJ Barrett kind of piled on some points in the fourth quarter, but he had a great impactful game, as did Grady Dick, 17 points for him and was great in the second half. Struggles defensively still. And that's got to improve, but we're still seeing good progression on offense. David Mitchell's defense, we know it's always there. Pirtle, you see the minus 26 today. Just a bad matchup for him with all the injuries here, specifically Goga. The Magic played a lot of small ball today, and it just put Pirtle in these horrible situations defensively. Like, most of that minus 26 comes from the first half, where he was getting switched on, and he's not a perimeter defender. We know that, so not the greatest of matchups for him, but we were able to get him to adjust out of it. Ultimately, the game comes down to this. The Magic clogged the paint in the first quarter. The Raptors couldn't score. Horrible efficiency by both teams. Now, that efficiency maintained for Orlando throughout the whole game. They go 41% from the field, 29% for three. But the Raptors explode from three and eventually just wear this team away and then start to show it on twos as well. Raptors go 53% from the field, 52% from three. They lose the possession battle with offensive rebounds, 14-5. Make up for it a little bit with turnovers, but they were just way too efficient today. The shooting was the catalyst to get them going, and then eventually Orlando ran out of gas. Raptors had more rest here, 3 days of rest. That Milwaukee game that they lost, they got blown out last game, was their sixth game in 9 days, so they were fatigued. They looked it, but here they looked fresh, and they come away with a much-deserved victory in the end. Great resiliency again. The Raptors were down 21 in this game. Ended up being up by 22 at one point. So they don't die here. This team is not prepared to lay down and tank. It's even been brought up in press conferences. I think it was RJ Barrett talking about it. Like, they are out there to win every game, and this is further proof of that. Raptors have the easiest schedule remaining in the NBA, and they have a pretty good run of games coming up. Atlanta is a good team, and it's 2 away games where the Raptors have only 1 win all season, so it won't be easy, but it's winnable. Then it's 3 very winnable games at home against New Orleans. We're getting healthier, so maybe not as winnable. But then away at Washington, Raptors should be favored even away from home in that game. And home against Chicago, which I think they might be favored as well. It's been a good run of games, man. Like, they were competitive against Cleveland. They were competitive against Detroit up to the end, both games. They beat Golden State. They blew out Boston. 6 game in 9 days. Didn't seem up for it. Bad game for sure. But good bounce back here in Orlando. Things are moving in the right direction. It's far too late to save this season. We're 2.5 weeks away from the deadline, but we're like 2 weeks away from the deadline. Not even 2.5 weeks away from the deadline. So I don't think like this season's worth saving or can be saved, but I'm definitely enjoying the better basketball as of late. And the players still going to try and win. Coaching's been better lately. Players been better lately. Let's just keep the good vibes going and just see where we can go in the next little bit, the next little stretch. And we'll be covering all of it wherever you're watching right now. We'll have more content just like this. Drop a like if you enjoy. Subscribe for more content just like it. We'll see you again next time for more as the Raptors take on the Atlanta Hawks on Thursday. Thank you guys in the chat. Appreciate y'all. We're 9 subs away from 18K. Drop a like on your way out if you've not done so already to support the channel. Help bring us some new viewers. Video coming out tomorrow. I'll either talk about the possibility of the Raptors getting involved in the Butler trade or hypothetical trade, or I'll talk about if the Raptors can still save this season. We will see. All right, guys. Thanks again. Catch up the video tomorrow or the next stream on